Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. I am live, friends. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all being here. As you can tell, I am just getting started. So thank you so much. Welcome to my channel, my YouTube channel, Launch Your Income with Dr. Lisa. How are you, friends? We're going to talk about all things going live, and I want to make sure you go live with ease and comfort. So that's what this is all about. I want you to be confident in your live journey. So we're going to talk about how to go to live with ease, and then I'm going to answer questions and connect with you. And at the same time, we are going to do this on YouTube and TikTok. So I'm getting myself ready to go live on TikTok as we speak. And I want to make sure I'm able to answer your questions. So feel free to comment. And then also go ahead and go into my live and let me make sure I can answer any questions that you have. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you are in my live, feel free to put a comment in. I appreciate it. Make sure we are all staying connected. So put a comment in, and then, of course, if you have any questions for me, that little snag going on. If you have any questions for me, just go ahead and put it in the chat as well. And then we'll see if my moderator comes. Her name is Yes Michelle Crochet. So if she's able to join us, she will come in and put a comment in the chat as well. And so make sure you are able to connect with her, because she is amazing when it comes to this live host job and making sure that you are getting the best information possible. So thank you all who are here. I appreciate you. And we'll get started in a second. And I am actively liking my live. That's something you want to do. You want to always like your own live. That's important to do. And then, like I said, we're going to go live on TikTok as well, so that we can get as many likes and shares and comments, all the things to make sure we are growing and we are successful. So I appreciate you all coming in and supporting the live. Okay. So 1 second, give me 1 second. We'll go live. I'm here right now. And I appreciate you joining. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody who is here. Thank you so much for liking the live, sharing the live, commenting. So make sure you put your name in the chat. And if you are new to my live stream, I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. And then what I'm going to ask, if you don't mind, going to one of my shorts, because I get notifications there. So if you go to a short, I just posted one last night. That's a newer one. If you go there, you comment, you like, and then subscribe. I'm going to do the same for you. I'm going to go to your short. I'm going to comment, I'm going to like, and I'm going to subscribe. TikTok is very particular about watch time and making sure there's not fake engagement. So you got to watch something in order to get the benefit. You said, what is a short? Oh, I appreciate you, Dana. Thank you for putting a comment. Happy Sunday, friend. So a short is actually the little short videos that you see on Instagram or TikTok, those reels essentially. Well, over here on YouTube, they call them shorts. So if you go to someone's page, to their channel, you'll see where it will have video for their long form videos. It'll have live, like right now I'm going live. It'll have playlist for if people are having like a catalog or different, maybe different videos or music or something like that, that they can have in like a playlist, a catalog essentially. And then you have shorts. Shorts are there. And then the last thing that's there is called post, where it's almost like you think about what used to be Twitter or Threads, where you can put post for your community. So that's for your viewers to see. But yes, so shorts are those short videos. So I say go to one of my shorts so you don't have to look at a long video. But if you go to a short and just go in and look at something really quickly, comment, like it, and then subscribe, YouTube will allow that subscription to go through. But if someone just comes in and just clicks subscribe, and you're just subscribing to people's channels, then YouTube says, no, they won't allow that subscription to go through. So that's something you want to tell your viewers as you're looking at building your page. And if you are building your page, that's what I tell people to do now. If you're going to build your page, this is a great time to do it. because you're really allowing time for your community to grow, and you can start monetizing if you are committed to the process. So I tell people it's a commitment. I am going to, so I'm co-streaming right now. I'm about to start streaming on TikTok as I'm viewing and streaming here. I literally have my phone. I'm about to start streaming on TikTok. And what I do is I make this like a co-stream conversation. I mainly talk about TikTok and going live because that's where I started. But now that I'm coming over here into this playground, into the YouTube space, I'm going to do an exclusive YouTube conversation on Tuesday night at 6:30. So I'm going to do it then, and I'll come in and share all the tips. And then my moderator, her name is Yes Michelle Crochets. So if you go to her channel, she's someone that you can connect with, and she can share all the tips and strategies about YouTube because this is her playground. She loves it over here. So she can give you a lot of insight. But thank you. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat. We're going to keep chatting. I appreciate you joining, friend. Thank you so much. And thank you for commenting. That was awesome. Okay, so I have to change my title. So I'm going to change my title as I do this on my TikTok, because you always want to have a good title. So that helps with getting people in the room, especially people who are nervous and scared and shy about this whole thing with going live. I want to make sure I'm helping you. So I usually say, don't be nervous. Tips to go live. And so we want people to go live and make sure that they feel fully supported. And so that's what I do. And then I turn on my content disclosure. That's something else I advise people to do. So you always want to have a content disclosure on. TikTok's a little sensitive about certain words, and you want to represent your brand. You want to be able to say certain things. I tell people TikTok's a little jealous. So when you talk about other social media, it's like, wait a minute, we're the only social media out here. So you got to make sure you're able to talk freely and not have to worry about some violation, essentially. Okay. So no stitching. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I love watching and learning from. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So you started on my TikTok side. Oh, and you commented on one of my shorts. Look at you, friend. Look at you. You're like, I love talking to you. Dana, thank you. It just popped up on my screen. I appreciate it. It popped up over here. Popped up over here on my phone, and then some other messages came through too, just now. But I appreciate it. So you are going to see me go live in real time over here. Hopefully my sound is good because I know that I had been dealing with some sound quality stuff. So I am streaming from my phone. From my laptop for YouTube, and on my phone for TikTok. And I'm gonna work on getting my microphone to connect. I'm gonna have to talk to my son to make sure that he can help me connect it because I wasn't able to do it. It was not picking up on my laptop. So I might need a new laptop. I might need a new microphone. Something's not syncing, and it may be just me. So I'm hoping he can fix it for me. All right, friend, I'm about to go live. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. I'm here. I'm here to help you go live and go live with ease, with confidence. I don't want you to be nervous or scared or shy or introverted, all the things that you normally do when you're trying to do this live streaming business. So I want you to feel confident in your ability to do it. How you doing, Ace? I see your friend. Come on in. Mandy, thank you so much for joining. Heather, thank you for joining as well. I appreciate you. Come on in. We're going to get started. I appreciate everyone coming in. And I'm co-streaming on YouTube. So thank you, Dana. I see your friend. You said sounds good to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Heather, thank you for sharing the live and liking the live. I appreciate your support. You're liking the live. Hey, Trixie, how are you, friend? How's everything going? I appreciate it. Turn my sound a little bit. Thank you so much. Came in, got your daily heart me. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tootie. I see you as well, friends, sharing the live. Willie, thank you so much for joining. So as people are coming in, Feel free to like the live, share the live, and get your daily heart me. I'm going to share my own live. That is something I say do early on so you can start activating your room. Queen, thank you so much. Mickey, thank you so much for being here. Stacy, thank you for joining. Heather, I see your friend. I appreciate it. Lamecca, how you doing, friend? How's everything going? Thank you so much. You all coming and get your daily heart me. Look at you all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the support. You said, hey, everybody. Very well. That's awesome. That's awesome. So your shift to personal did help when you shift your account to personal. Let me know if that's the case. I'm good. How are you? I am doing well. I did my 10 a.m. this morning, and I got off a little bit after 12 o'clock. It was about 12:15 because I had to go to my son's basketball game. He's a 5-year-old, and he looked adorable. I have to admit, I had been missing it because I was here, and my husband was taking him, but he was a cutie pie out there trying to dribble and shoot. So we had a good time. So during that time between then and coming back here for the 4 o'clock, I got some meetings done. I had 2 meetings, and then I had came on here. I had some work to do I was doing, and now I'm back. So awesome. Best ever at that age. It is. It is. It's super cute. Twin Gemini, thank you so much for being here. You know, because I have the older kids, I'm able to appreciate his age now, just being young. And I think he gets a lot more support and attention. I think I was trying to rush it when my daughter was younger, like making her older than what she was. And now I think I have that perspective as an older parent, but also recognizing that with the age differences and just seeing 2 generational differences in child rearing and me being a parent, I'm able to really appreciate his just youth, just being a little guy. So he gets a lot of attention from everybody in the house, actually. Very nice. Thank you. Good for you. Yes, it's good. And it's interesting because I should have been an empty nester. So I'm not an empty nester. So I missed out on that whole time where we were supposed to be no kids in the house, and we started over. We had this COVID baby, and yeah, we were supposed to be empty nesters. You're laughing at me. So that always rings true in our head. We're like, wait a minute, what are we doing? And it's funny. My husband just said he was telling his coworkers he has to go to so we have the college kids. So we just went through the graduations from high school a couple of years ago because our younger, the college age ones are sophomore and the other one's a junior. So they're about to finish. One's about to go into his senior year and the other 2 about to go into their junior year. And so his coworkers was teasing him because he was like, yeah. In a couple of weeks, he scheduled it where he's like, yeah, I got to get this day off because I got to go to my kindergartner's orientation. And his coworkers was laughing at him like, you got to go to a kindergarten orientation? What? You just had a high school graduation? Like, what in the world? So yes, that is our life. We are dealing with kindergartners and these young adults, and it is quite interesting. So it's all good though. We love it. We love it. He brings a lot of joy to our house. Yes, it's interesting. You said that's awesome. I guess. Yeah, it's interesting. If nothing else, we are busy people. So yeah. But beyond that, I'm back here. So I'm here to talk about TikTok with all you. It said it is. Hello from Raleigh, North Carolina. How you doing? It said Marianne, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. So let's do this. You said mom of 6 here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Are they all different ages? Um, Are they all different ages? And I'm co-streaming on YouTube. So Dana said, talk about COVID long call, laugh out loud. Bless you and your family. God knew what he was doing. Yes, yes. Mom of 2. Look at you all, moms. Look at your moms in it. While I'm in Winston-Salem. Awesome, awesome. 32 to 23 to 32. Oh, wow. That's the 6. Oh, so yeah, you're dealing with the young adults in the adults age. That would be, yeah, that's interesting. The young adults for us they have their own set of things going on. So far, knock on wood, we've been not too bad, but they all still have their own things going on. But the older ones, the younger one, he keeps us busy. Yes, ma'am. I have 9 grandchildren. They keep me nice and busy. Yes. That'll be us. We'll be in that stage where we have the grandkids, and I'm hoping we can push it off to for another decade or so. If we can keep 10 years, a 10-year gap, and then we'll have the young teenager one, our 5-year-old, he'll be a teenager by then. So then we'll have the grandkids coming in. So my husband, he just laughs about it. He was like, oh, what did we do? Yeah. So yeah, the COVID stuff. Yeah, we say he was God's plan. He wasn't our plan. So he was God's plan, and he just came in, and he really has been a blessing for us. Okay, I'm ready to learn. What are we chatting about today? Whatever you want to chat about. Thank you so much, Amari. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions, friend. I appreciate you being here. So here's what I do. And let me know, Amy, are we going live yet? Let me know. So this is my live for my people who are nervous, who are trying to figure out what happens here. What should you be doing? What does all this mean? How do you do some things? So if you are a live host, put in the chat for me, live host, maybe put your time zone, and your topic. Because I know some of you are live hosts and you come back and you try to get more information on how to explain things or how to engage your audience. So I give tips like that. And if you are new, put new in the room. So just say new. I'm new to your room. I'm trying to learn, trying to figure this thing out. I got TikTok and I don't know what to do with it. Or I got YouTube and I don't know what to do with it. And so whatever's happening here, let me know how I can best support you. You said live host at 9:30 Eastern. Oh, look at you, Amy. So you go on in the evenings. I can't do evenings. I cannot do evenings. Evenings, I'm so tired. My battery is worn out. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Marina, thank you so much. You said, I am newish. Look at you. You've been here before, friend. How are you doing? Welcome back. Hello, Steph. Steph with Purpose. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining. Are you going live? Let me know. You said mine too. Your battery is worn out. Yes. So that's what I tell people. I said, try to go at a time. And I'm assuming that's the time you selected because that's the time you can do because you're able to commit to that time frame. Because that's why I tell people to start. Don't pick a time that is not something you can commit to because you want to show that consistency. But if you pick a time where you can feel comfortable doing it, where you can be able to be interactive and engaging and do all the things that you normally would do, if you weren't tired or almost ready for bed. So, but there's some people who are here where the TikTok streets don't close. I mean, that's the reality of it. TikTok does not close. And so that's the thing. People are up in the middle of the night and you can find your people in your community and still do well. Absolutely. Mayhem, how you doing, friend? Hello. I do pop up time to time, sometimes earlier in the morning when I get up. Okay. Yeah. So in order to build a community, and this is what I tell people, in order to build a community where you have a community of supporters and people are going to come back and to connect with you, then it's important to find a time they can expect for you to be there. One Rainbow, thank you so much for joining. If you can find a time where they know you're going to be there because you're that morning person at 7 a.m. when you show up, you're there and they're connecting with you there. Or if it's 9 o'clock at night, they know when they on the phone and they're swiping through, they're going to find you and they know you're going to be there to support them. So that's what I tell people. I want you to be intentional about what you're doing and make sure you're building your community. How you doing, Scorpion? And so those who have come in the room, I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to talk about activating a room in a second. Do you feel it's necessary to go live every day? Mayhem. I actually do promote starting off going daily. So I do it for a couple of reasons. One reason is the algorithm. This is what TikTok is. This is the algorithm. So it's getting used to you. It's getting a sense of who you are and what you're all about. As you're saying things, as you're talking to your community, it hears what you're saying, and then it's going to push that out to people who are looking for it. Okay. So you want to show up daily. I tell you, try it for 30 days. If you can try to be consistent for 30 days, you'll see a difference. You'll see a difference in your room and how it's bolstered. You'll see how people are engaging back with you. You'll get a sense of who you are and what your messaging is. You can go back and look at your live recording and see if one day something worked really well and the next day it didn't. Like, what did you say? What was the differences between the two rooms? And so daily is my recommendation. That would be my recommendation. But if nothing else, create a schedule that you can stick to and make it part of your bio where people know how to find you. Post about it so people know, hey, here's the time I'm going live. Here's the time that that you should expect me. And again, how you doing, Spider? Again, people will start supporting you. I give the analogy all the time. If you like a restaurant, you like the food, you like the ambiance, you like the wait staff, you like everything about the restaurant. They have your favorite dishes. But when you go there, they're closed. You stop going. You go there, you're like, they were just open and now they're not. And so what just happened? So you want to make sure you create that sense of commitment and consistency where people can rely and depend on you. And then when you start doing that, they'll support you. And so that's my tip of the day. If I was to say anything, try to be consistent. Try to create a schedule that you can commit to, and even if it's just 30 minutes, because I say don't go less than. My advice is to go 30 minutes, but don't go less than 25, because 25 is how you get monetized in terms of the maximum per live monetization. So when you think about TikTok monetizes you based on how long you've gone live, so that duration per live, this is the per live metric, how long you've gone live, and how many new followers you've gathered in that live. And so if you go live 25 minutes or higher, you will get 38%. And then if you get 5 new followers or more, you get additional 2%. So the most you can get per live is 40%. TikTok takes 60, but you still get 40%. So I tell you, make sure you're maximizing your live journey. Okay. I'm new here. Do you get paid for live? See, I just said, I didn't even see that. I just went into the chat. Yes, you do. How does it work? Okay, I'll start there. Let me go there since I just kind of answered your question. It's a twofold question. How you doing, sweet mama? Mommy moments. I appreciate that. Oh, I wonder if you came in because TikTok heard me talking about my 5-year-old. I was just talking about his basketball practice today. Look at there. Great information. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Let me answer your question fully, sweet mama. Mommy moments. Always the best advice. Yeah, absolutely. How you doing, Betsy? How you doing? I'm happy you came through. I just messaged you. Did I message you back? I did message you back. I was like, I think I did. I should have messaged you back. If I didn't, I meant to, but I think I did on Instagram. I think I did. How you doing? Happy Sunday, friend. How you doing? Phenomenal. I appreciate you, friend. Hello. Okay, so let me say this. I usually show a graphic, but I'm not gonna show a graphic because I want to make sure I'm able to activate the room too. And I'm going to talk about your live. I can never find our the IG chat. Okay, you could pin it. You can pin it also so that it'll show up at the top of your feed. Yep, it'll show up there. So I'm going to talk in one. I'm going to explain the Daily Heart Me. I'm happy to talk about it too. You live what you you live what you preach. Love your consistency. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, I'm co-streaming on YouTube right now. So hi my YouTube friends. I appreciate you. Yeah, here's the reality. I do have, good morning, Raymond, or good afternoon, Raymond. I do have my groups. I have a Instagram group chats, 2 of them. And I show up here because I want to show y'all the consistency. I can't stop showing up now. At this point, I got to show up. But in real talk, I mean, I want to model the way. So I am modeling the way. So I want you all to see what it's like, because a lot of you are connected with me and both on Instagram, but also here. And then now I'm doing YouTube. So it's all part of, okay, I have to model the way. And I'm still trying to figure out, okay, where does this go? There's so many different opportunities. So I'm showing you, okay, with consistency, here's the payoff for it. So I want you all to see that too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so here's where, thank you, Thrive. How you doing, friend? Scale Live Rewards. That question was asked in terms of how do you get paid by TikTok as a live host? That was the question. And so let me just explain it from a live host perspective. And then I'm going to talk about it from a viewer, because it's important for you to know as a viewer, you can get monetized too from your interactions and lives in particular, but it is about your engagement here too. So I want you to be intentional about being a viewer / guest. The guest is where you get diamonds, but It is very much about how you engage, and TikTok incentivizes you. So I want you to be mindful of what you're doing as you're here. How you doing, Thrive? I see you doing well, beautiful. Hope you are. I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. Okay, so as you're coming into someone's live, um, TikTok, I say this is a relationship all the time. This is a threesome. How you doing? See you over there. Um, this is a relationship. So you have TikTok, you have the live host, which is me right now, and then it has you as viewers. So you all are viewers for this. And so essentially what TikTok does is says, okay, well, I'm going to have this platform for us to engage, for us to connect and create community. And what I'm going to do for the live host is that you're going to get diamonds. So to get diamonds is based on the engagement in your room. People are liking your live, sharing your live, commenting, following you. That's a metric. Following you, all those things is engagement. And then you have the gifting. So people are going to do gifting in your room. And so I'm going to talk about gifting because it's basically how you want to make sure you are leveling up. So you'll see people with blue boxes next to their names and then the orange daily heart me. So all that is part of how TikTok says, I want you all to connect and grow. Okay. You said launch it. Thank you so much. You got this. Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate it. Tyler, you're so sweet. He's like, you got this. I appreciate that. Okay. Happy Sunday, friend. And so when you are in a live, so good to see you. Thank you so much, Tyler. Thank you so much, Tyler. I take compliments. I appreciate that. So when you are in a room, you want to make sure as a live host that you are engaging your audience. I say as a live host, your job is to educate, entertain, or inspire people. So I say I'm a learn room because I'm talking about going live. I'm talking about being a live host. I want you to be successful. And I teach you how to be a live host. And in turn, you're going to take this information and take it to your community so that you can educate them and they can engage back with you. And ideally, your community are people who you, as your brand, you're thinking about who's my target audience. Because I tell people all the time, if you're talking to everybody and you just think you're going to hit the go live button and just talk to everybody and expect for them to engage back, they won't. So you got to be intentional about your engagement and how you are talking to them. Okay, so those keywords matter. Can you explain gifts? I can. Give me 1 second. Brina, that's it. I appreciate you asking because that's where I'm about to go. So Scale Live Rewards, really quickly. Scale Live Rewards is part of how you get monetized. So there's a per live and there's a weekly mission. So the per live, TikTok says, okay, there's two metrics. That is how long you're going live and then how you in turn are getting new followers. So those two metrics apply. Weekly missions say, okay, I want you to go live, not just the time, I want you to go live multiple times. So again, how many times per week you go live. So you get monetized based on that, as well as you get monetized based on the daily heart me. That means people who are coming back to your live. Now it's not just the new followers, it's the people who are coming back to connect with you. So that's the daily harmony. That's called the daily check-in. And then as you grow in your ranking, you will see leagues. And so people will grow and you'll get with more leagues that you move up into, you get monetized there as well. So let me talk about the activation because I want to do something really quickly. TikTok does what's called a flash goal. So they just sent a flash goal. It's a good thing to do. So I'm going to bottle the way. It's a good thing to do because it does activate your room. And so TikTok says, okay, with this flash goal, we'll give for people sending a heart puff, you get we need to get 15. So 15 individual people, if you send a heart puff, that's what that is. Let me talk about gifts though, because that was the question that was asked. So when you think about gifts, thank you so much, Amy. I see your friend. Thank you so much, Stacy. I see all of you, Octavia. You guys send me your heart puffs. I appreciate it. So as you give, in order for you as a viewer, I talked about live hosts. They get the diamonds, and those diamonds are what you're collecting to get monetized. The viewer, you get points, and those points are based on you engaging as well. And it's almost like an incentive. So TikTok says, okay, live host gets these diamonds. They get monetized that way. Viewers are going to get points for how they engage, because I don't want you to be a bystander viewer. So TikTok says, okay, in order for you not to be a bystander, I'm going to create this incentive for you to engage. And the benefit for you is that you move up to different levels. And as you move up, you get higher rankings, but give you live access early. So people think they need 1,000 followers to get live access. You don't. It is about your engagement. Okay. It's about that blue box next to your name. People think, oh, I'm going to get TikTok shop. I need to do this. I want to get TikTok shop. So I need to do all this other stuff. Part of it, yes, but the other part is how you engage in a live, because TikTok shop is based on going live as well. There's shoppable lives. So I want you to make sure that you're being actively involved and engaging, so TikTok knows that you are someone who wants to be here. I forgot to put my watch on, but I usually point to my watch and I say, tick tock, tick tock. That's what this is about. The clock is ticking, and I want you to stay here, and I want you to continue to engage. So a couple things you do. I notice a huge increase in followers when I increase my engagement. That's it. Now you get it. Now you get it. Sweet mommy moments. That's it. Your followers increase. Your content gets bolstered. All of it is connected. If you're engaging in other people's content and you're connecting with them and following, and you're paying attention to the type of content you want to show up in your feed, your For You page, if you're being intentional there, that overlaps into people coming to your page and engaging with your content. Okay. If you are engaging in a live and you're connecting with people here, Sweet Mama Moments just did it. She did this. She said, hey, she connected to Doe, and it says welcome in. She didn't say scoop and follow and all this other stuff. She said welcome in. And so she's connecting. So as you're connecting with people and you're coming into live, you got to know the etiquette. Okay. So let me say a couple of things. So my friend who asked about the gifts, there's a couple of things. Looking for besties. Yeah. So you want to make sure you're connecting with people, baby, in a way that you are looking at people's profile. You are connecting with them. You're saying something really nice. You're saying hello, good evening, welcome in. You're saying something to connect with them. And in turn, they will connect back with you. You said, I'm new here. Okay. So my newbies, really quickly, let me do this because I'm going to show y'all a couple of different things. Newbies. Okay. When you are coming into someone's live, there's two things you want to do. There's things that support the live, that is free support. Okay. Thank you for these tips. You're welcome. Good morning, everyone. Maggie from Oregon. How you doing, Maggie? There's free support, and then there's paid support. Okay. So we're going to talk about free support. So free support is things you can do to just energize the live, and TikTok sees that and pushes the live out some more. Then there's support that you have to have coins for. Sarah, thank you for joining. I see your friend. There's support that you have to have coins for. Hi, Doc. I went live today. Look at you. I appreciate you telling me that. How was it? How was it? Congratulations. Look at you. And so the support, you have to have coins on. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let me talk about the free support, because TikTok sees this and sees this as an opportunity for people to get points. You get points for it, but also TikTok sees it as an opportunity for you to increase the people in the live. So it gets pushed out to the For You page. More people come in. So that support matters as much as the coins. So I want you all to know that. So when you tap the screen, how you doing, Auntie Patty? When you tap the screen, if you're tapping, you'll notice, keep tapping the screen, you'll notice where there's a heart that pops up. Under my name was numbers. A heart will pop up, a line will start crawling across. And as that heart gets fatter, it'll start percolating dots. And then when you let go, confetti will fall on the screen. You see the confetti, I don't see the confetti, but you'll hear people say, let the tap to the confetti falls. You'll also see how many likes you just gave. Those are likes. TikTok likes that. You want to make sure you're liking the live. TikTok sees this as, okay, this is a good community. People are liking what they're experiencing. This is a great way to keep engagement going. Thank you, Ryan. He said, this is so helpful. So that's what's happening. I know what it means to be a newbie. You're like, I've been on these TikTok streets. Ain't nobody ever told me what those hearts meant. So I get it, friends. And so that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you through this through this new process. She's going to have me professionals in no time. Yes, have us as professionals. That's it. Y'all going to know how to do it both as a live host and as a viewer. Okay. What does the levels mean? Maggie, I got you because you level 4. I'm going to tell you in 1 second. That's part of the support that you got to have coins for. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. Great information I'm learning. So those blue boxes you need coins for. So we'll talk about how to get coins and what does it mean to use them effectively. I feel like I always see you. How long have you been on? I've I've been on. I started my consistent every day. And I probably only can count on one hand the days I have actually missed. I've only missed 2 days. And is it 2 days? I'm going to say 3 days. I'm going to say 3. And just to be on the fair side, it might be 2, but I think it's 3. And then I do 10 and then I do 4. So I missed like maybe a 4 here or a 10 here, but not many. With that being said, I started my journey in January. So you know what? I'll do the journey conversation because I think that's fair to do. But let me finish this and I'll go back and do the journey conversation. Yes, I was going to ask about the levels too. Oh, you're welcome. She's amazing, y'all. Look at Stolen into. Look at you, friend. I see you coming in. Where do you see the points we've earned? I got you. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so tapping the screen. Sharing the live is the next thing. 82. You want to share the live. So as you share the live, you're sharing out the live. As a live host, you share the live. As a live host, you tap your screen. So you share the live, you tap your screen. You share the live and tap your screen. So sharing the live, you can hold my nose down or my glasses in the middle of the screen. If you touch and press down, it shows your supporters and you can send the live out to them. So I'm going to send my live out to different people and just let them know I'm here, I'm live, and see if they come in to support. I love supporters. We are going to support each other. So I just sent my live out to a lot of my supporters. So you do that so that people know you are going live. So that's a way. So you just saw Dr. Lisa share her live out. And so you ask your viewers to share out your live. That is support. Okay, so it brings more people in. TikTok sees all this engagement, the tapping, the sharing, the comments. You all are commenting and connecting with each other. You are sharing the live. So all that is supporting the live. That is free support. You want people to support your live in that way without them having to do much. If they're also viewing the live, watching the live, that is support. So I tell people I want you to be intentional about everything you're doing. Okay. And so as you are doing that, then TikTok says, okay, that's great. Then there's the stuff that you need coins for. So that's what I'm going to talk about now. So it says, do you have to share each individually or can you do something to share with all? You can, so when you hold my nose and press down, you can share your live. There's an option to share it in bulk. So it says send, send, send. But the top 2 lines is where you click that arrow that points over. If you click it, it will let you press those people down and it'll share it in bulk. So that's a bulk way to do it, but it doesn't do it for everybody. But you can at least send a bulk batch out to about, I think it goes over 10 people, maybe 15 people you can send it to on that list. And so that's also an option for you. Thanks. You're welcome. Now you need coins. So there's 2 places to get coins on the app. Okay. Well, 2 places to get coins for TikTok coins. One is on the app. So if you hit your gift box that's down here, I don't know where it's at for you all, but if you hit the gift box, it will allow you to see in the right lower corner where you can recharge. It'll take you to the inside the app where you can use your card or payment method and add coins to your account. If you are a live host, you can actually exchange. So if you already got coins on your TikTok account, you can exchange those rewards for coins. Okay, so that's something else you can do. I'm finally up to 468 followers, almost at 500, halfway to 1,000. There you go. What's 1,000 for? Not to go live, is it? You got live access. So I'm going to tell you that now. So I know that's not what you're saying. Are you trying to get a clickable link? Are you trying to get TikTok shop? What are you trying to do, friend? Because don't tell me it's live because I'm gonna dispel that rumor because you definitely do have live access. So I'll talk about that because that goes to the blue box, the TikTok shop affiliate program. There we go. I was about to say, yeah, that's it. Friend, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Okay, so the other place to get coins is on the web, www.tiktok.com. There's a // coins, COIN. So if you go to the website, log in, you can get coins. And with getting coins, you can get them for a little bit of a discount because there's a processing fee that you pay when you get them in the app. But if you go on the website, you don't have the same fee. So I tell people, if you got $20 in coins, that's 2,000 coins. That's plenty to get you started. Okay. So that's how you want to do. You want to think very intentionally about what are you trying to do? How do you fully want to engage? And that's one way to, I'm going to show you how to use them now. How do you choose your live content? Give me a second. I'm going to give you a couple tips. Live is scary to me. You are so brave. It gets easier. It gets easier, friend. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I tell people practice makes progress. I just told you I started in January. Now we're almost at May. And so it takes practice, repetition, connecting with people, but it gets a lot easier. You start off your day one. I tell people all the time, your day one is not going to be like your day 20. It's not going to be like your day 10. It's not going to be like your day 5. It gets easier. So as you do it, you'll get better at it. How to show my screen to see if you can go live? Oh, Danny, I knew somebody was going to ask that question because I wanted to make sure. And you definitely have live access, but I'm going to explain how I know that. You get a system notification typically, but I'm going to tell you because you definitely got live access if you haven't gone live yet. He said metamorphosis. Yes, that's it. That's right. Yeah, that's it. So just keep going live. So I told you where to get coins. Now I'm going to talk about how to use them. Okay. So how you doing, visionary? I see your friend. The roses are a coin. The gift box are a coin. I usually say it's a penny, but I actually stopped saying that in the past couple of days because it's probably a little bit less than a penny. Because of the way the math is math, and it's not quite a penny, it might be a little less. It's like a 3/4 of a penny. Okay, so with that, it is in terms of its value and worth. But with that being said, think of it as a penny in terms of a coin. Where do you see our engagement points? I'm about to take in that, Auntie Patty. I got you. That blue box, and you are a high engager friend. 34 level. Let me cheer for you. You said, where do we see these? I'm about to show you. Hello, Doc. What is this live all about? Going live with ease. I'm about to tell you all about going live with ease, friend. So as you are engaging the daily heart meet. So when I tell people, when you come into a live, the very first thing you should do, I'm just being honest with you. This is the etiquette. See, Grove, thank you so much for being here. This is the etiquette. When you come into someone's live, it's like coming in someone's home. You say hello. That's what we've all been taught. You come into someone's home, you say hello, and you press exactly what our friend just did. Is it Alexis? I'm going to say it. Is it Exa Alexis? And Jay Santiago, how you doing, friend? You come in and click the daily heart me. That's like saying hello to someone. But I call it a daily check-in because I want you to check in. It's like you come into someone's room, I'm checking in because you're actually saying, I'm trying to be a part of this community. I'm trying to connect with you. It says join my team because it's a way of showing that you are going to be an active participant. And so TikTok makes this fun. You can send gifts, team gifts, and how you can engage with the live host. You can level up. So the daily heart me is just for this live. You see people who have come here with that orange heart next to their name. Thank you so much, Stolen Into. Like, I see your friend. And so, and you come in someone's live, you do that. You click the daily heart me. It's like, I'm here to actively engage. Now, if you're new to the live host, you've never been in their room before, you instantly follow them when you come and click the daily heart me. So that's an instant follow to me. So, which is great because I just told you earlier, you want new followers because that's part of the metrics. You want your team people to come back and support. That's part of a metric too. So TikTok is trying to say, okay, how do you facilitate engagement? How do you get people to come back? How do you get people to follow you and connect with you? So that is an instant way to do it. So you want people to do that. The other thing that pops up after you click the daily heart me is now TikTok makes it where you got to now claim points. So you get points for that. So I want you to be able to claim your points. But what it says is that you get an instant follow and then you get 45 points. You as viewers, you get 45 points for doing the daily heart me. And then TikTok pops the screen up and says, if you want to put a comment in. So you people say, hi, Dr. Lisa. Good morning, Dr. Lisa. Or good afternoon, Dr. Lisa. They put a comment in because they got 30 points. So that's 45 plus 30. They just got points for doing that. 75 points for engaging. Love your glasses. Thank you so much. I see you, friend. I appreciate you. And then, good morning. How you doing, so Jeanette? I see you, friend. And so, Danny, thank you so much. T, thank you so much for being here, friend. So, blue boxes. Let's talk about blue boxes. So, I told you, come into someone's room, click the Daily Heart Me, put a comment in. How you doing, friend? I see you distracted. That's what it is. Photo, your image. So, here's what I will tell you to do. My internet's probably acting goofy. I'm sorry, people, because it said it on TikTok and it said it on YouTube. So my internet's glitching. What is the numbers by gifts? Um, the numbers by gifts. The numbers by gifts. I don't know. What do you mean? The arrow is 208. Is that the number you're referring to? I'm trying to think. What gifts are you referring to? Is there a way of tracking your points? What are the benefits of constantly earning points? Thrive, I'm about to tell you right now where your points are. Brina, I'm not sure. Like 299. I'm not seeing what you're looking at, friend. It must be showing up different for me on my side. I'm not sure what 299 represents. But by the gifts. Not, are you talking about my subscription, that star? But that's not it either. You said 299. Hello, Boofer. How you are? How you doing, Mariax? I see you, friend. Yes, it's freezing at times. Yeah, I'm seeing it on my end too. The room is going up and down too. That's part of the freezing. You said no. Or phenomenal number of coins to purchase. The number of coins to purchase. The number of coins to purchase. That's what she's saying. I'm learning so much, man. Phenomenal. What number of coins to purchase? You're saying in the gift box? Is that what you're saying? Is she saying something in the gift box? Is that what it is? I think that's what you're saying. Hello, Doc. How you doing, Adrian? Hello, Ryan. Um, I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. We'll just go with that. Maybe that's what it is. Price of gifts. That's what it is. The price of gifts. So she's seeing different gifts amounts. Is that what it is? It must be different gift amounts. So the numbers are the coins that you need to purchase to use that. You need that amount of coins to send that gift. I think that's what you're saying. So whatever gift you see, that's the number of coins you need to be able to send that gift. Okay. So if you hit that, that's what you're going to spend. I just scrolled out back and it cleared the freezing up. Okay. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate that. Yes. Yeah. That's what that is. That represents what's in there. So those are coins that you would spend. Okay. Really quickly. So blue boxes, a lot of you asked about the blue box. Go ahead and put in the word blue box. Type the word blue box. I'm about to show you what the blue box is. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much for that. So if you type the word blue box, I'm going to ask you then to click your photo. Click your image, Danny. Click your image, DJ, and Bria, and Auntie. Click your image, and then your mini profile pops up. Once your mini profile pops up, I want you to click your level. It'll say LV4, it'll say LV15, LV34, LV6. It may say LV0. Whatever your level is, that level. Once you click the level, the screen pops up. It tells you how many points you got. Somebody asked earlier, how do I know how many points I got? That's how you know how many points you got. How many points you got. And then there's a forward slash symbol that tells you the total amount of points you need to get to the next level. And then underneath there is the difference between what you got and what you need and how you get to that next level. So the difference is what you're paying attention to, because that's where you want to make sure you're leveling up. Now, somebody asked, like, what's the benefit? What do I do? Why am I tracking? It tells TikTok. It's an incentive for you to do it because it tells TikTok how you are an engaged viewer. And if you are somebody, I apologize. Somebody asked earlier about how did I know you have live access? The blue box tells me you have live access because TikTok says if you are an engaged viewer, you're coming alive and you're gifting and doing all the things to make sure that you are leveling up your blue box, then TikTok says, okay, I'm going to give you live access early. You don't need 1,000 followers. That's why I said, oh, well, you don't need 1,000 followers. You must be trying to get 1,000 followers for TikTok Shop or something because it ain't live access because you don't need it. You don't need it at 500 followers. You don't need it at 300 followers. I got it at 300, but I didn't know about the blue box. You don't need it at 200. I've seen people get it. The lowest I've seen so far is 57 followers. You just made level 5. Well, congratulations, friend. Facts. I just got it today. Didn't you, DJ? You just got it today? You got 98 followers. That's it. And you level 9. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're level 6. Look at there. I got it at 90 followers. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's it. You guys, and that's the reality of it. But nobody tells you that. Nobody knows. Nobody tells you that. Now, a lot of it is based on gifting. So let me say this, and I said this earlier. TikTok wants you to gift. TikTok gets a percentage. That is part of how this is. Somebody used the word, this is the TikTok economy. It is. That's what this is. Okay. So part of it is just knowing the rules and knowing how to play the game. And as you know the rules, then you can actively engage. Okay. You can actively engage and benefit because of your engagement too. Okay. I know someone that went live at 40 followers. So here's the deal. And my friend went live at 51 followers. The 51, I believe. Here's the deal about the 40. I always have to give this caveat. Anyone who has a business account will get live access sooner. I've heard somebody say they got live access 30 because the business account, if your account is set up as a business, the goal is that you are coming here to connect with your customers. And TikTok gives you live access as a way for you to connect with your customers. That's part of the strategy of people getting to know, like, and trust you and want to buy from you and want to connect with you. So TikTok says, hey, I'm going to let you live stream. And so I know you get live streaming access. I don't think it's with one follower, but I want to say you got to have at least 25. But because of that, TikTok will give you live access. Then new live hosts, I'm sorry, the personal accounts, we got to work a little differently. Our approach is a little different. We do get it early, but we can get it early rather, but it is based on how we're engaging. So if you're someone who's not engaging a whole lot, you come to lives, let me say your comments matter, your tapping matters, your watching matters. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. I see you, Auntie. Thank you so much. And so all that matters. I appreciate all the guests. Popular live. That's it. That's it. I going live with TikTok Studio on a PC and going live on the phone. Is it the same? Or the answer is or. Here's the deal. I don't do live studio. You got to have live studio to go live on a PC. I am live streaming right now. I'm co-streaming on YouTube. So I'll talk about that in a second. But with that being said, I heard it's different. I heard it's kind of glitchy. I'm assuming it's similar to maybe even this YouTube format, but with a little bit more pizzazz to it from a TikTok perspective. But I haven't done it. I don't have it on my computer. I'm thinking about it, to be honest with you. I am thinking about it. So what are the benefits of higher levels? Higher levels metamorphosis. Higher levels get you, well, it's a couple benefits. You get seen because you get flying in access. You get flying at the top. So Auntie Patty, when you come flying in with your level 34, that's part of a visual effect that they do. Let me give you the true breakdown. You said that, so yes. Let me give you the true reason. I'm going to tell you something. Hello, how you doing? Launching everyone's community support. How you doing, Didi? I see your friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Auntie. I appreciate that. So many different ways to succeed. That's it. That's it. So many different ways to succeed. Here's what I will tell you. Part of the high level of engagement is that those people are some people who come in and they want to engage, they want to support. And TikTok recognizes that. So because you are moving up in your levels, TikTok says, well, let me give you more gifting benefits. I told you TikTok wants you to gift. They get a percentage. So they get more gifting benefits. Part of the gifting strategy, too, is if you are someone who likes to engage and come into lives and wanting to support, wanting to connect with people. Thank you so much, Patty Love, for the hair compliment. I take compliments. I appreciate it. And so with that, as you're coming in engaging, TikTok sees that and it's like, okay, I'm going to give you more gifts that you can give at a higher level. The reason why you're getting higher level gift access is because if you come to lives and you're being a part of this community, because higher level means that you are somebody who comes to lives. You like the live going experience. You like what people are teaching or what they're sharing or what they're entertaining you with. You are a part of this community. And what they want is what TikTok wants is that you teach a lot of good stuff. Thank you so much, Kim. Um, Good Sunday. How you doing, Mammal? TikTok wants you to engage in these lives, especially if there are battles. Now you're about to say, what is a battle? Well, what is a battle? Number one for FYP. Thank you so much for you, Paige. I appreciate it. So you're going to ask, what is a battle? A battle are those competitions where, and it's part of the entertainment. I put it in the entertainment bucket where people are competing for points. Thank you so much, E-Nurse. I see your friend. People are competing for points and they're trying to get as many points as possible so that they win this 5-minute competition. The points come because your community is supporting you. Thank you so much, Prophet. I see your friend. Your community is supporting you. And so they're pouring into you and supporting you. They're tapping the screen. They're sharing the live. They're commenting and they are gifting. So when you have high level gifters in the room, high level gifters, especially for these 5-minute competitions, will gift at a higher level. Okay. So you want all people to support you, but you just want a combination of all types of people in the room. And so TikTok creates this way of ranking. It's essentially a ranking for viewers in terms of who's leveling up. And so they can see that. So that's part of a strategy that TikTok has out there. And so it's just something you want to be aware of if you are going to get into this, get into a room where there's a battle happening, or if there's some other the battle competitions, because it's head to head. There's team battles. There's these other box battles. There's all types of ways of doing it. But if you got into a live room where that was happening, you kind of know what was going on. You'll know a little bit more about what's going on. Look at you, Kimberly. I see you, friend. Look at you, first time gifting. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you sharing your first gift with me. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you all who are coming in, and all you who are gifting. I appreciate that. How you doing, Copper Cat? I see your friend. How you doing, Sherry? Hello, hello. So that is the blue boxes. Let me know if you have any other questions. I know some of you came in, but essentially the blue box is where you know what level you're at and you know how to level up, because essentially those points, you get so let me say this differently. For every gift that you send, TikTok gives you a point. So that's how people are leveling up quickly, because they are sending gifts, and it's a point for if it's a denomination of a 10-cent item, you get 10 points. If you do the daily heart me, that's a point. You get a point for that. Send a rose, and how many roses you send. Say you send 3, 5, 10 roses, you get 3, 5, 10 points. So you get a point for every coin that you send. Okay. So people are leveling up intentionally. And so when you know what your level is, and then you know how to get to the next level, then you're well informed. Okay. That's what I tell people. So when I come into someone's live, the first thing I do what Lee just did. I click the daily heart me, because that shows support. I click that daily heart me, and then the screen pops up and it says, okay, you said educate us, ma'am. And then it says, okay, add a comment. I add a comment like, hello, good evening, how you doing? Hello, room, good morning, good evening, Dr. Lisa. Whatever it is, I'm adding my comment. And then I click my photo, I click my level, and then I know how many points I need to engage. I know I'm going to gift. I know I'm going to engage. I know I came into the room to learn or educate or be inspired, whatever it is, or entertained. And so I know I'm going to do all that. Now it's a matter of how do I do it so that I can level up. Okay. And maybe I may not level up in every single room I go to, but I know I'm going to do something to put some type of impact into whatever points I need to get to the next level. Okay. So that's what's happening there. I just want to make sure I explain that fully for you all. Another couple of questions. I know somebody asked about niche. I'll go there. What is the purpose of lighting up the gift gallery? It's also a way to show. Thank you so much, friend. It's time to wash it. I'm taking it down. This was the vacation here. I'm going to take it down. I'll put it back in, but I'm going to take it down. I'll probably put it back in next weekend. But yes, thank you for saying that, though. I appreciate it. She's so helpful. Love this room. Oh, I appreciate your friends. Exactly. and share the live too. Thank you so much. Yes, share the live, tap the screen, do all the things. The gift gallery, I'm happy you asked that. Because this is my new go live with ease, my newbies, I don't talk a lot about the details as much. I should. And I'm not doing y'all the right service by not talking about all the things. So I should do a little bit better job of explaining, because I know as you guys are becoming more and more um, live savvy. Y'all going to different spaces, y'all learning, y'all understanding how these TikTok streets operate. Y'all are trying to get it in terms of being able to go live, and you want to be able to encourage your community to support. Let me talk about that too. I learned a lot from you. Glad to stop by. Thank you so much, Patty. I appreciate it. If I'm restricted, can I still get accepted into an agency? No. They won't accept you. Most times, if you have a restriction going on with your account, you got to get that cleared, and then they'll accept you. I had somebody else ask that, and they got rejected because of the restriction. So you got to be, maybe before you apply, make sure you have that restriction hopefully removed. If it's an appeal you have to do, but yeah, you want to have that removed, because I've heard at least 2 scenarios where people didn't get accepted. It was because they had a violation or some kind of restriction going on. Okay, so a couple things. Top thing. This, well, let me go around. It's giving you need a good FICO. Kind of. I guess they was like, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that trouble. We ain't gonna mess up our situation here. That's it. That's pretty much what's happening. Well, and what they promote is that they can help you get out of trouble if you were to get in trouble with them. I guess they don't want you to be in trouble when you come to them. So they want you to stay good and clean and not have any issues. So yes, that's pretty much what it's saying. Your credit score got to be good. I love it. Okay, TikTok streets are real. Yes. These TikTok streets do not play. You're like, you ain't bringing that over here. How you doing, God's girl? I see your friend. Clean and enter and main clean. That's it. Yep. Where do you see if you denied by hold on, it went up. In the creator network, when you are live, on the live home screen, scroll down and click the option that says Creator Network. That's the Creator Network program. And so that's where live host agencies reside under there. To be in an agency, it will, you have to put in their code, their access code, and then you essentially tell TikTok that you're with this particular agency. But if you got denied by them, I'm assuming I would assume it would say it there. Or maybe you get a system notification, or maybe you get a DM from them that says you got denied, or an email, or whatever their process is. It just depends on the agency. He said homeowner, TikTok insurance vibes. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. You're getting insurance, I guess. Why is the screen black? Oh, Patty, I don't know. Your screen is black, friend? Let me know if everybody else is experiencing a black screen. I don't think so. Let me know what you're seeing. How do you apply to an agency? So I knew agency. We're going down this agency path. I will answer that question, friend. Okay, this is good. Yes, I will answer that question. I see you. No black screen. Okay, awesome. Fine here. Yes. Okay, awesome. I'm not sure why your screen is black. Maybe go back out and come back in and see if that fixes it. I'm not sure what happened. Just got my first sale for my ebook, Mindful. Look at you. That made my day. Look at you, friend. Oh my gosh. Oh, mine is clear. That made my day. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm not going to take credit, but I'm assuming because of some changes in our meeting you made, you were able to make that happen. Congratulations, friend. Yes, every now and then it glitches, turns black. Just leave the room and come back in. Yes, Mari Access said that happens, so you have to leave and come back. That's a TikTok problem. It's not a Dr. Lisa problem. It's a TikTok issue. Sometimes going back in, back out will help the screen. Really quickly, thank you all for sharing the live and liking the live. I see you, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. It is. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. I'm happy for you. I'm so happy. You are amazing. Look at you. I accept the flowers. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm happy for you, friend. Very happy. Okay, look here. Gift gallery. I don't talk about this enough. Popular Live, daily ranking, league, all those things are part of how your room is elevating essentially. And so as you are a live host, you want to pay attention to your ranking, you want to pay attention to your league. That's how you grow to become kind of these big live rooms. I'm a C2. I've been a C2 for much of April, but C2 is where I'm at right now. And as you grow in your diamonds and how your room daily, the daily activity in your room, you move up in the rankings essentially every 24 hours, you'll move up, and it recalibrates or restarts at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's when it restarts. So you want to just pay attention to how you're moving up in your ranking. So that's what that is. If you click my photo, you'll see a gift gallery. Somebody asked that question earlier about the gift gallery. The gift gallery is important. I don't talk about it enough, but the gift gallery, again, is just showing how you are performing each week. And you have a gift gallery. It restarts every Monday. And you'll see the different gifts that TikTok has selected for you based on your ranking and what you're doing and how you are fulfilling that gallery. So that helps you move up too. And so you'll see different gifts in there that still, who has those gifts, who is the title gifter. The title gifter gets a nice little fly-in recognition. They get a color code recognition saying that they are a title gifter. Those title gifters you want to pay attention to. I'm going to tell you guys as viewers, you want those people to be in your room. Those are people who are engaging. Those are people who understand how to support. So you want to always see who's the title gifter. And if they're in the room, you want to make sure they don't stay in this room, that they go to your room too. Okay. Okay. So much TikTok, choose the gifts, not the live creator. No, that's a TikTok selection. Yeah. Let's go, y'all. Understood. Yep. Yeah, that's a TikTok selection for you. So no, you don't pick those gifts. And so that's the gift gallery, just updates each week. And so those are gifts that people will have for TikTok will have for you to say, okay, here's the gifts that are in there. And then what else? The live host picks there. So that's my subscription. Subscriptions I offer. I do say that as a live host, you want to announce your subscriptions. I offer 3 levels. The first one is standard, in which I do a sub only live. So only my subscribers can attend that live. The next one I'm doing is on Wednesday, this Wednesday coming up at 6:30. I'll send out an email, a post about it, a notification on the subscriber board, because there's a whole subscriber chat for those people, as well as I do subscriber only content. Only they can see it. So I do that. And then I added 2 in the last 10 days. It's been about 2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks. And one is premium, another one is deluxe. The premium is where you get the standard for that too, but you also get the ability for me to do a profile review, because I want you to understand how your brand, which is what my friend, the emotional weight loss coach, is what we talked about. She did she did a one-on-one with me, and she did the premium membership. And so we redid her. I gave her some tips and strategies for her bio. And so with that, I offer that. So I'll give you a whole branding in terms of what you want to do to optimize your profile, how you want to look at your bio, how you want to think about your content pillars, the things that you're posting about that aligns with your bio, and then your name, all of that is connected. And then I also, for the deluxe, I do the profile and I do a live audit. So I'll come to your live and give you some feedback too. So there's a couple of things I do with my subscription. And then as a live host, you want to have a wish box. Look at you being a title gifter for the roses. I see you, bougie. And so you also want to do that as well, where you are giving a wish box and just telling people what type of gifts you want to have. Title gifters stay up at top of screen. Yep. They get a little bit of shine. You saw that? They get a little bit more recognition. Title gifters, I tell you, you don't want to let them leave. So that's what I say. You want to connect with people in an intentional way. I would love them to know the streets and TikTok. You said the streets and TikTok. You talking about the TikTok streets? Hello, everyone. How you doing, friend? I see you. Top of the top, Denise. I appreciate you coming in, friends. How's everyone doing? How are we doing, Marita? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just checking some comments. Announce them in the live. Yes, you want to announce them. Yeah, you want to make sure you recognize your title gifters and and support them. I would love to know streets and TikTok. Okay. Any other questions that I did not answer? I felt like there was a couple questions I said I was going to get back to. Did I miss somebody? I might have missed a question. If you're still here and I said, oh, I'm going to get back to that, let me know. What was I just talking about too? Agencies. I know I'm supposed to talk about agencies. And I think somebody wanted me, one of my new people. If you're new in the room, put new in the chat so we can see who our new people are. And then I want to do this, my live hosts, because there's people in here who are live hosts, meaning that you are going live. New, how you doing, Chantel? Thank you so much. I see you, Mayhem. I appreciate you. Look at you guys. Y'all some engagers already. Look at you. I love seeing my engagers. I usually click to make sure people got bios too. You guys, Patty, we're going to get you a bio and we're going to get you a blue box. That's what you need. You need a blue box and a bio. I see my, thank you so much. What is it, La Copa? Oh, I love that name. That's pretty. Thank you so much for being here. Top, oh, look at you, at the top of the top, Denise. I appreciate you. I'm going to go live, so I'm going to want the same thing. I asked how long you've been going live. Oh, bougie. That's right. You did ask me that question. Let me see. So my journey, that's my journey question. I have to put it in that category so I can make sure I say it. So I always use that as the terminology because I don't want people to. I want you to help. I want to share the context. That's what I say because I don't want you to all assume, oh, this is something that can happen for everybody. It's easy. I don't say it's easy. I never say it's easy. I'd say it gets easier as you do it, but it's never an easy thing. It's something you got to be committed to. Okay, so I have to give the context too. She will set you up with everything you need. That's it. That's it. That's what I do. I say, you know what? If you put that out there in the universe and people feel like they're feeling supported, thank you so much. You get it back. You get it back. You don't have to stress about it. You'll get it back. So, bougie on a budget. Thanks, love. You're welcome. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate everything that you all are doing. Metamorphosis. What is the league? The league is part of how TikTok ranks you as you're growing in your live host journey. TikTok puts you in a league. Think of it as a category, a ranking essentially. So you're ranked within the league, but you're also put in a league that says, okay, the league start at D5. Then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. So D5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then it goes to C. C5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I told you I'm C2 and I'm the top 20% today. So we'll see how this plays out. And then it goes to B5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it goes to A. Doesn't do 5 and 4. It does A, 3, 2, 1. Those are the top live hosts. They are doing their thing. They got whatever their process is. I need to go watch an A level. I've never watched an A level live host, but I think it is a whole ordeal. They probably do a lot of battling. Who knows what their niche is? I really can't speak to that. Anybody going to A level? Who's an A level person? Anybody know in the room that I probably need to go visit? I can go look at the rankings, to be honest with you, but if there's any recommendations, let me know. How long is your bundle deal for? Oh, it's in there. Oh, I forgot to change it because I went to his basketball practice, and I totally forgot to change it. It will be. I'll keep it there. I'll keep it there. I usually keep it in there for the morning live because that's when I talk about it. This one I don't talk about it. I'll show my stand store at the end before I leave because I usually focus on my newbies getting the free overthinking guide because I want your mindset to be right. And then I'll talk about the other stuff in there, but I don't really show it. But with that being said, since it's in there, you can grab it and I'll talk about it a little bit. But it's usually for the 10 o'clock, and I usually try to change it by 2. I just forgot to do it because I was back-to-back meetings once I got back home. What happens to a faceless page? What you mean what happens to a faceless page? What you mean by that, Gigi? Let me know what the question is. You're saying what happens to it? In what way? I have 2 accounts. That's part of my journey conversation. I have 2 accounts. And my original first account, or the account that I started this process with, was faceless. I still use it. It's still faceless. I still use it though. So let me know what your question is. Let me know how to best to answer that. And maybe my journey conversation will help give some context too. Okay, I will keep a watch out. You're welcome. Okay, friend. Okay. What would be your advice on how to manage a multilingual page of content? Interesting. A multilingual page of content. So from a branding perspective, I tell people all the time, if you are talking to everybody, then you're talking to nobody. So if that is the case, you need to know who's your target audience and you need to be able to talk to them and relate to them. Okay. So, and that goes true for your content, and your content needs to be able to speak to whatever is your target audience's, values, interests, pain points, struggling. So you want to make sure you are always making sure as you brand yourself that you are always keeping your target audience at the forefront. So I would say maybe you need to know who's your target audience so that your content can resonate with them. So if you have a multilingual page, I think it's doable. I would say maybe research some other multilingual pages that are doing really well and seeing what they're doing to make sure that they're connecting with their audience. That would be my first tip. That's my first tip for anybody before you start to decide your niche, that you need to go look at, those people who you are trying to, aspire to be like. Who's that person? Who's that? What content is that? What are they doing that is making people connect with their content? So I think that's important. Your content has to resonate with your target audience. So that's branding kind of 101. Like, you need to know who you're talking to. And if you're talking in multiple languages, then how do you make sure your content is resonating in multiple languages? Yeah. Thank you so much, friend. So yeah, that's the first thing I would say. So I missed it. Did you say wait until your journey conversation? Bougie, I got you now. Let me talk, because I look at the other questions. I just want to make sure I answer them. But no, I got you, friend. Give me 30 seconds. So then, would you make a live to address everything? Would you make a live to address everyone? No. No. Would you do a live for each culture? Possibly. I do a morning live and I do an evening live. This live here is for my newbies, my people who are like, oh my gosh, this is intimidating. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I want to understand going live before I just jump in. And so what will happen is that I start here, and there's people who come back and they've started the go live journey, but maybe they're still trying to learn a little bit more and they're timid and uneasy about it. And they're still trying to figure out how to get engagement. So they come back. But then I'll ask right now, how many people in the room are nervous and scared to go live? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Say, put a 1. Just put a number 1 if it's you that I'm talking to, because there's people who are like that are just nervous. Okay, step away from phone. No problem. No problem. Stay with me. Don't leave, because I'm going to segue in a second. In regards to the level of, and others, does it boost your Facebook page, or you have to be live only? Live only. Live only. Live will boost your content too. Going live. And going live faceless depends on your audience and who you're talking to. But yes, look at you, friend. Thank you so much, Bougie, for the title gifter. I see you, friend. Thank you so much. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but yes, they work hand in hand. It works hand in hand. So going live consistently, showing up, will have an impact on your content. There's my ones. I see my ones coming through. You see my ones. My 10 o'clock is for my people who are not necessarily nervous. Maybe they might be a little nervous. Maybe I should say they're not necessarily scared to hit the go live button. They're thinking about it from a monetization perspective. Because my name is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income, because I want you to think about things from a monetization perspective. And so with that, they're willing to go live. Now they just need to figure out how to do it effectively, what type of solutions, what type of support, all that matters to them. So that's the morning crew. So I do talk to 2 different groups. I have 2 different foci when I am going live. So I'm talking to my newbies, and I'm talking to my level up people. My people were like, okay, now what? And some of my newbies still come to the level up conversation because they're like, I know I want to do this. I want to hear more about how to do it. You said I come for both. I know. That's what I just said it. What I feel anxious about, not sure how to use the Go Live tools while I'm actually on live. Yes, Danny, I got you, friend. I got you. It's easy. You heard me just clap and laugh. The sound effects are there. The wand, my hand heart. I do that. This is a sticker. This is a sticker here. That sticker there. Yep. I want to come on to both. There we go. So yeah. So okay, really quickly, my friend Bougie. This is for you. Journey question, because I think you said how long I've been going live, and then and in that conversation, was it how long I go live? And I said I was going to say my journey. You're the only person I've seen with the hand heart. Really? I thought y'all was still in my hand heart. I told y'all about that effect. People do it now. I've seen a couple people with it, but I love it. I love it. And I'm a hand talker. So now it gives me purpose because now I can just do like this. Journey. So what happened to me is really cute. That's my first thing, first time seeing it. Yeah. So journey question. I started on this app. That's why I wanted to give context. I started on this app years ago. Never used that. So I have 3 accounts. So I tell people this. I have a total of 3 accounts. The first account was because my daughter, the one that's in college, I talked about way earlier, I have the older kids, and then I have the 5-year-old. My college age kids, look at you, friend. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? I see you. My college kid, my daughter, she was on this app when it was Musically. So that's how TikTok started. It was Musically. Kids app. So that's what you hear about it being a kids app. She and then changed to TikTok, and she went viral. This is over the pandemic. She went viral like twice. And to this day, she went viral over the summer during that time and got up to 22,000 followers. I was like, what is going on? What's going on? Like, what does that mean? And I didn't understand it. And so to this day, she has like about 18, 19,000 followers still, because, you know, there's some people who fell off, and she doesn't engage as much anymore because she's in college now. So she doesn't actively come on TikTok. Now that her mother's here, she's like, maybe I might think about TikTok again. But with that being said, oh, good evening. How are you, children? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so as she has that account I don't do anything with. That's my account where I posted once or twice on it, but nothing much. And that was way back over the pandemic. I think I posted a Thanksgiving dish I did. So it was really nothing on that page. But I use it to maybe look around, and I don't want to mess up my algorithm. So if I want to look at something, I'll go on that page just to see what's going on. And I'll look around at different posts, and I have friends that reach out and say, oh, I did this, and I'll go and look on that page. So that's what that account is for. My second account started back in late August of last year, 2024. And I opened up that account because I heard people talking about TikTok. I heard about, I specifically heard, I'll tell you the truth, I specifically heard about TikTok Shop. And I was like, what's this TikTok Shop? People buying stuff on TikTok? What is this? It's a store now? Like, it's like competing with Amazon? Like, what's going on? So that's what I heard about. And people were like, oh, they're making a lot of money with TikTok Shop and all this other stuff. Again, for me, it's kind of like, okay, if I'm going to be here, this ain't a kids app anymore. Like, why are people shopping on TikTok? So I'm thinking of it from a kid's perspective from when she was on it. But then I was like, okay, let me learn a little bit more about this. And I'm of a mindset where if I'm going to engage on an app, scrolling is fine. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to downplay people who come on apps and they use this as a way to connect and build community and kind of escape and look at all some of the videos and stuff. But for me, I was like, my time is money. I want to make some money. If I'm going to be here, I want to be intentional about my engagement. And so because of that, I started being intentional about coming on the app, engaging, and just learning how to navigate the app. I wasn't comfortable showing my face, so hence the faceless. Girl, the TikTok Shop is dangerous. I know it is. I know. I did my fair share of shopping, to be honest with you. And so when it comes to the faceless piece, I was like, I don't know if I want to show my face. I don't know what this looks like. I'm not sure about this whole TikTok thing. And I started that account as a faceless account. It is a faceless account to this day still. I don't show my face. It is a different name. You guys know my content. I had a whole big problem with imposter accounts. I just posted about it. So if there's anybody with Dr. Lisa and they say it's a new account, it is not me. Let me know, because I just got all those accounts removed. I'm happy to remove some more pop up. So, but with that being said, the other account does not have this name. So it's a totally different account. And it was all about positive affirmation. I was like, you know what? I'm in a mindset of I want to think about you know, positivity. What does it mean to have manifestation and affirm? And so all of my posts are centered in that perspective. It's the mindfulness post. And so that's what I use that account for. And I still post over there. I just actually haven't posted. I think I did one post at the beginning of April. It's been a couple of weeks, so I need to go back over there and post. But with that, I mainly have been focusing here. And now that I'm co-streaming on YouTube, I'll talk about that in a second, it's hard for me to really kind of give that account as much attention. That will be kind of a pro tip, just making sure if you have multiple accounts, see how you can balance things. You want to be intentional about trying to be as balanced as possible if you can. So the other account became kind of a place for me to get understanding. It was really the do's and don'ts. So somebody asked earlier about going live and faceless. I went live about 5 times on that account where I was faceless and I would show like devotionals. I would read devotional scripts and just kind of talk through it and give a message, a positive message of affirmation. Really what I do here. Sometimes I tell you, you can't be fearful. I want you to make sure that you're thinking at an elevated level. And if you are letting your faith lead you, fear won't matter, essentially, because that's how we often think like, oh, I'm afraid, I'm scared, I'm nervous, all those things. So that's the fear leading. So how do you lead in a space of saying, I'm going to do this. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to show up. And so that's the mindset I tried to have with that page and how I would talk to people, just to make sure that they understood how to think differently and at an elevated consciousness. And then I went to someone's live. So I learned a lot about lives during that time because I was pretty much anonymous. You wouldn't know who I was. I'm on different lives and learning how to engage. And I learned what to do and what not to do. I was on someone's live where they were very not nice and rude because I didn't know what to do in terms of the gift box and how to send a gift. And they were trying to do something very specific with sending the right type of gift. How you doing, Patricia? I see your friend. And so with that, I've never gone back to their live. This is a popular live host too. I never gone back to their live because she was really rude about, no, I want you to send this gift. Don't send that gift. And so it was just really inappropriate to me. But again, I knew what it felt like to be new. So I went to someone's live at the end of, towards the end of the year. And she said, hey, I've been going live for 30 days straight. And it's transformed how I think about this experience. I've had a great experience doing it. And she talked about monetization and all the things that she earned from it. And so I was like, okay, new year, I can do that. New me. Why not? And so I started January 1st and I posted about it. It's a post about it that I have way down in my feed. And essentially I just talk about going live and I just kept doing it. And I enjoy it. I've been to some of those too. Yeah, the people who are very rude, that's terrible. It's hard to be new. She should have been kind. Yeah, I agree. And that was kind of what I did here because I was like, you know what? I'm new. I'm just going to take people on my journey. And I started talking about the Go Live journey. And I started talking about the different buttons that I was pressing and how to do it. And to this day, I still do that. Like I could do better with like this particular live. You guys come in and ask questions. And so it takes the conversation in different directions, but that's how I was in the beginning where I would say, hey, here's what I'm doing. And I would just repeat things for people and people will come in and start asking questions. And I don't use a moderator. I moderate my own chat because I want to make sure you feel seen and heard and I can connect with you. How you doing, Ebony? How you doing, Coach T? When live people can't comment, why? Do I need 1K before people can comment and gift? Coach T, you just commented. I just saw it. What you mean when you're live, your guest can't comment? Let me know what you're saying because you just commented and I saw it. I met you January 28th. Really? You said it. Oh, appreciate you, friend. Yes, my guest. Your guest can't comment. Do you have the chat turned off? Yeah, that's it. I was about to say that. You either have the chat turned off or you have it on a subscriber only live, maybe. There's something going on with your chat feature. If you have subscriber, you might want to go check subscriber first because that's the one thing that trips people up where they was on their subscription page and they clicked that and it turned it on. It actually happened to me once. And somebody, because I have the Instagram, the bundle, the Instagram group chat, somebody, because I'll see when messages pop up while I'm live. Somebody said, Dr. Lisa, your subscriber button is on. It's like, oh, and I saw it pop up and then I went in and changed it. So that did happen to me once. 1K to host live. No, you don't need 1K followers to be a live host. No. Nope, 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 nope. That's a misnomer I dispel. Cozy, how you doing, friend? Hello. No, you don't need 1K followers. Here's the deal. You need the blue box. The blue box is what's going to get you your live access real quick. Like I said, my friends, there's several of us still in the room that got live access under 100. And so that's what that's all about. You said it's on. Your subscriber only button is on. Well, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, only your subscribers can comment. Today I set the settings to 18 plus and didn't have trolls this time. Oh yes, yeah. So a lot of the trolls are kids. It is still kids on this app. That's the reality. And then you got some adults that are inappropriate and childish too. But it is still a lot of kids on this app. And so you get all types of people to come in. And I'm a person, if you have a troll or somebody who's inappropriate, you touch the comment, screen pops up, scroll down, you can mute the comment so it makes the comment go away, and you can block the person goes away too. I do mute and block. I do both. So I always do both. I only see that they have joined. Yes. So you have one of your comment feature is either on subscriber only. So only your subscribers can comment, which is if you have a lot of subscribers, that's the people who can comment. Or if you don't have a lot of subscribers, your live is only set for only a few of those people to be able to comment, not anyone else. So that's what's happening. Lynn, what you say? Hi, how come I can't notify my followers when I'm going live? What do you mean you can't notify them? There's a couple ways you can notify them when you are in your live. You hit the arrow where it says 344. You can send a copy. You can send it to any of them. Or if you press my nose or my face anywhere in the center of the screen, you press and hold down, you can send a notification to your people. Yeah, so you can send a notification to your followers and friends that way. That's while you're in your live. Before you're live, I tell people all the time, schedule a live event, especially if you're a new live host. Schedule a live event to let people know what day and time you're going live. That will show up on your profile. You can add that link to a post. Do a post that says you're going live and what time you're going live. And then also use stories and use that note section that's in your head, that thought bubble. Use that as well. You said, I'm fairly new and I want to learn. V, you got this, friend. Yes, it takes a lot of reading. Yep. So you just got to make sure you do that. I see you. Yeah. Yes, too many trolls. Preach it. I have seen rule. It is not a certain type of gift. They mute you. I have. Would you say that again? What happened? V, let me know. Can we get gifts when we go live, or do they have to have a certain criteria? You can get gifts when you go live. Yeah. You can get gifts as a viewer too. I should talk about that more. But if you are a guest you're in the box, you come up on someone's room as a multi-guest, people can touch that box and send a gift to you. The live host gets a percentage. Someone said 30%. I'm not sure if that's the number or not, but the live host gets a percentage for hosting the room, but you also get a percentage. You get some of that. You don't get that whole number that's on the box that shows up there. You won't get that whole amount, but you get something. Okay. You said today, I said, so yes. So that's, so the journey, let me close out the journey conversation. Bougie, what, did you have a specific question? So I started going live. My very first live, you have just read a lot to understand how it works to think. It gets easier, friend. I don't want you to think that this is all about, can't see the arrow. What's the arrow? What's the arrow? The arrow down here? The arrow for sharing out the live? Does the algorithm send more people to live when you have a live event in bio? I can't say I've noticed a difference. I think it's about it being shared with your followers. I think that's the main thing I would say. I think the question had to do with your followers and letting them know about you going live. I can't say that that will necessarily push more people into your room because you scheduled it. What I will say is, as people are in your room, you want to tell them how to gauge. So tapping the live. So right now we're at 43.8K. Let's try to get to 50K. So tapping a live, that helps to support the room. Sharing the live out, that helps to support the room. Those are all the things that you can do to support the live. And TikTok sees this as an active live, and it will send more people in the room. Okay. Oh, good to know about some benefits of being a live host. That's it. Yeah. Okay. And it says, and then as you guys are connecting with people, I'll give an example. Yes, people are saying that they can't see the share arrow anymore in live. I have to scroll somewhere. Yeah, Trish, it's here. It's here for my live. I see the share the live on my end. You guys are, do you see it on your end? Let me know. Thank you, Patricia. People must be seeing it. Patricia sees that she's sharing the live. So yeah, it's there. Let me know. And then Cozy, my new people about, I usually share about the blue boxes. Let me know if people are curious about the blue box. So I know some people have come and go. And so I want to make sure I explain that to everybody who don't have blue boxes. Yes, I see it. Shared it twice. Thank you, Fran. Thank you so much. You said, I got it here. There you go. Awesome. Arrow's there for me. Yep. Just notice I have a triangle with one. Yay. Yes, that's what that is. Your level 1. Congratulations. Yes, I think you talked about it last time. Yes. Okay, perfect. So recognizing that's how you get live access early for my new people. You don't have to worry about that, Cozy, because I see where you have well than enough followers to get it. So you should be fine. But other people, if you're wondering how to get live access, somebody asked earlier, like you need 1,000 followers. You don't. It is that blue box. So you want to make sure that you're thinking intentionally about, how are you engaging in a live? I'm going to give you guys another thing. Here's a cheat code. Have I done this? My new people, you probably haven't seen this, but people who have been here a few times, it says 54 people here. I want you to click that box. You can see all the people who are actively engaged. Those are the top viewers. You want to pay attention to these top viewers because the top ones, you want to make sure you don't leave without them. These are people you want to connect with. And then you have people who are watching the live. They get points for that too. And then obviously the people who are top viewers are getting the higher number of points, especially the top 3. So when you look at that question mark, I want to point this out because the question marks tell you all the answers. And you just got to start knowing what to expect. So this question mark, it says, who can become top viewers? Top viewers are ranked. So I told you TikTok makes this fun and engaging, and they want to make sure you're actively participating in a live. So they give you credit for your likes, that's tapping the screen. They give you credits for the comments. When I say, hey, put a 1, say you're new, tell me your live host time. You want to put comments because TikTok is paying attention to that. And then I told you earlier, your gift count. So you get a point for every coin you spend. So point for every point, essentially. So you want to make sure you're gifting. I told you TikTok likes the gifts because they get a percentage. And then the watch time. So you get credit for watching a live and you get ranked for that. So all that factors in terms of how TikTok looks at you and your engagement. Okay, new here. How you doing, travel? I need to get my bio up still. Yes, you need to get your bio up. That's important so people know who you are. It also helps knowing these people are real and not bots. Yes, yes. It is important for a live because we see who the words you are, and those keywords, we see it. And so we can decide how much we want to engage with you because of your blue box. Yep. It's better to have a personal or business account. Do they both give the same access level? No, they do not. They do not give the same access level. And new from FYP, how you doing, friend? And what I will say is that I always tell people it's based on your goals. I don't want to assume that your business goals aren't the priority for you. Okay. I will say though, the personal account, let me start it differently. The business account allows for you to get analytics about your business performance It allows you to go live early so you can connect with your target audience. The expectation, if you want TikTok shop for seller, meaning that you are selling your own product, meaning that you want a shop on your profile, SHOP, that you are, I give the example all the time. If I make candles, I don't, but I always have this candle sitting here. Dr. Lisa made candles. I wanted to put my candles out here for people to buy. I click TikTok shop for seller so I can add my candles to a shop on my page and people can click my shop and buy my candles. When I go live, I could pin my shop candles and talk about my products. All that is part of my experience so I can sell my product. I could work with affiliates, which are creators, which are people who have personal accounts, because you can't have a TikTok shop for seller and be a personal account. You got to be a business account because you're a business. You're a seller in a business, not a personal / creator. So you can work with them and have them be affiliates for you to promote your product, and they get a commission. Those are the creator / affiliate program. But all that is part of the business account. Music is not as great because TikTok's like, hey, you're trying to sell your products. You ain't trying to be a creator. You're not trying to do the latest dance trends and singing, lip syncing, and all this other stuff. You're trying to sell your products. So it just depends on your goals. So if you're trying to be a personal account, that's the creator benefits. TikTok shop for creator / affiliate program. TikTok creator rewards program. TikTok creator marketplace. All the things for creators are for the personal account. And so I will say though, if you are a personal account, you still can talk about your services. I talk about my stand store services all the time. I have a clickable link that you can go to my stand store. And so there's some things that you can do as a creator and still kind of operate as a business. So I just want to make sure I say that as another option for you. My question is, when someone comes on your live, you can have a description. How do I put my description? Building legacy, what you mean? You talking about the bio? Helping families build better legacy, get seen, get funded. I see your bio. What are you referring to, friend? I'm missing the description. Oh, you're saying the description when your live starts? Yes, that's the about me. That's in settings. That's what that is. That's in settings. Had to leave a bit, decided to come back for YT to TikTok. Oh, look at you, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got to talk about YT. I appreciate you all here. I love your lives. You are so informative. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate your friend. Nico, is it true you need to scroll back, out and back until live if you have been there for a while? I haven't heard that. Um, I don't, I haven't heard that. I know in the analytics, I can see people who've been in my live for over 2 hours. So I've seen those analytics. So yeah, due to the FYP. Thank you so much, friend. I see you here. Had to leave a bit. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. About me, I find it. Thank you. Yes. So as soon as you go on the home screen, right before you put the title of your live, you can click settings. About me is under there. If you're in the live and you are talking, you can go scroll down and click more and put about me. TikTok has to approve the words you put, but that's where that is. Let me do my quick YouTube commercial because I want to make sure I say this because I know some of my friends are here and over there. I'm going to flip my camera because I want you all to see. I am co-streaming. Okay. I'm still here. Thank you so much. Doing plan and listen to your earbuds. I have not gone in and out. There we go. Thank you so much, friend. Amy, you're so sweet. You said, I am still here, Dr. Lisa. I've been here with you this whole time. But I am live streaming on YouTube. And so what I tell people now, and these are the chats, and I tell people now because I want you to think intentionally about your process and your journey. And if you have the ability to go live, you need 50 subscribers. YouTube uses the word subscribers. TikTok will use followers over here. But if you have 50 subscribers, you can go live on YouTube. And I want you to start building over here as well, because this is a way for you to create what's called evergreen. Evergreen content, meaning that your content, if you are thinking intentionally about what you're trying to do, if you have a product, a course, a service, physical product, digital product, whatever it is, you can put it over here if you grow on YouTube, and it becomes something people can go back to years to come, because they essentially will search. YouTube is not really social media, it's a search engine. So people search for stuff, your content pops up for them, and then essentially they are able to get your information, get whatever you have offering in your profile, in your description. So I want you to be able to think, okay, what else can I be doing to make sure I'm intentionally growing my community here, as well as in other platforms. Okay, so I share that. If you go to my YouTube channel and look at one of my shorts, that's one of my short form videos. Okay, so go look at a short and comment over there, like it, and subscribe. I will do the same for you. I'll go to your channel. I'll go look at one of your shorts, one of your long form videos. I'll comment, like, and subscribe. YouTube is funny about fake engagements. You have to look at something. That watch time is what matters. Okay. So you got to look at somebody's content. You got to look at their information. That's what happens in order for you to grow. They're counting watch time as much as they're counting your subscribers, your followers. Okay. So if you want to get ad revenue in dollars, you got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your videos, on your content. And so what we're doing is trying to grow. And so there's no reason you can't grow in this space or in the other space. I want you to be intentional about your strategies. It is true we should be following no more than half the amount of followers we have. That's so. Let me say a couple things to that. Defining Dana. The max followers you can have, the max following, people you are following, is 10,000. So that's the max. Now, there's a couple different strategies out there. One is what you're saying, where you only have half. You don't overdo your following, people you're following. You don't have too many. You're not too excessive of it, of how many people you're following. So you'll see where people are trying to make sure that there's a balance between not having a whole lot of followers, but not hitting to the 10,000 mark. Okay, so that is a strategy. There is another strategy out there where people have just a few followers. If you look at some of those mega influencers, they only have, I'm going to say many of them are under 100. Some of them, might be under 300. They're definitely not in the thousands, not many, if any. And so some of them are very specific about who they are following. And so what they do is follow people who are in their niche. So they're only looking at people who are part of the topic that they are talking about. Okay. Yeah. Yep. They're only looking at that type of content because that's informing their For You page. And they're only engaging with people who may be also a level above them. And they're connecting with those people because they're looking up. They're like, hey, I want to be like this person. So I'm only going to follow those people. And so that list is pretty small. And when they come live and they do other content engagement stuff, they're like, no, I'm not going to engage a lot with other people. I'm only staying very much in my lane. My lane says I need to be focused on this niche, this topic, and that's all I'm doing. And so what I will tell you is that, that is a strategy. And I'll say it's somewhat of an effective strategy because the piece of it is that when you are seeing what's in your content, you are only looking at people who are connected to your type of content. Then you learn from the best. You learn how to create content similar. And then you also are able to engage with people who have a similar interest. So now you're in this nice little cozy bubble of content and people who have that same interest in that type of content, and you're able to grow because all your followers, for the most part, are people who are looking for that content. All of the people you're following are people who are doing that type of content. And so as you go live, as you produce content, those people are the people you're engaging with and connecting with, and who are in turn looking at your content and engaging back in it. So there is a strategy there. It does require discipline. It does require you to be very focused about what you're trying to do. It does maybe not have you move at the pace that you might grow at if you were following a lot of people and, they're following you back and you're on these, you're just doing stuff differently. So it just requires you to be different about how you're managing your page. It's actually interesting. So you can have up to 5 accounts on TikTok. I was actually thinking about trying that with a different account, different topic, and open up another account, just trying that to see how it goes. I'm intrigued by it because I've seen some people do it and they do it really successfully. And then obviously the ability to go viral happens because, again, you're being very focused. And so as you're being very focused, people are able to say, okay, I like, and your followers are engaging with you, and you're engaging with people who have a similar interest. And so it just requires you. So then when you post content, they engage, and then it gets pushed out to more people who have the same interest and pushed out to more. And so I've seen people go viral a little bit more because of that strategy. But it is something that's out there. What is your setup to be live on TikTok and YouTube? Phone in front of laptop? It is. Yep. So I'm on my cell phone. This is my cell phone. This is my iPhone. And my phone is in front of in front of my laptop, and it's on a stand. It's on a little easel, and then my webcam is on top of my laptop. I'm not using a laptop camera. I'm using a webcam. You're right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're right. Everybody's like, you're right. You're right. You're right about all that. I see you, Dr. Lisa. I see you. You're right. But it's a different strategy. I don't knock it. I think I like the idea of it. But like I said, it just requires, thank you. I want to try that. Yeah. Yeah. So you're welcome, friend. Yeah, just a different strategy. So agency, I'm sorry. I got so far away from agency. So I'm going to talk. Make sure you all share the live out. We got to 51K. Thank you all so much for tapping the screen. I appreciate you. We're going to share the live. I'm going to share my own live out. I appreciate you all. We are going to get going. And then I know this is a Sunday evening, so I'll probably talk. Well, we'll see. I'll probably stay on to about 6:30. I got to get ready for the week. Got a couple of things to do around the house that I've been putting off, like laundry. And I said I was going to take my hair down. So that's the other thing. I'm supposed to watch my hair. So that's the goal. We'll see if I'm able to do it. I said I'm going to sit down and do it tonight. Let's see. I like what you were saying. So I gave you a follow and I shared the live. Thank you, Travel. I appreciate your support, friend. That's what it's all about. He said, I gave you a follow and I shared your live. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you all who are sharing the live. I see you, Mayhem. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, everybody's support. He said, tap, tap, tap. Awesome, you all. And then I will, like I said, I will say this. I just want to make sure you all are, I'm answering questions. So I'm going to talk about agencies. That question came up. Journey. Did I finish the journey conversation? Bougie, are you still here, friend? And let me know if I finished the conversation. Like I said, I don't want to miss what you were asking me. So I want to make sure. Let's see. See you later. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much, Fee, for being here. I love your lives ever since I first saw it from Creator Search Insights. Really? I was on Creator Search Insights doing what? Which one? Where was I at? One of my videos got posted. I appreciate that. I did not know that. That's awesome. Yes, I appreciate you being so calm and talking about where we can understand everything. You're welcome, Kim. That's what I do. I am sending you gifts so that I will cause me to level up. Correct? Just the day or always. You said, is it? Do I always have to send these gifts? Thank you so much. I see you. Empower. Thank you for showing the popular live. I should talk about that because that really is. I don't do that enough. I'm sorry. So when you shared that, I just thought about it because we were in the live and Coach Miss Jessie told me I was supposed to be encouraging that particular gift. I'm one of those people where I like people give the way they want to give. I'll talk about the popular live in a second, but to answer your question, Coach T, the whole gifting concept is, first of all, it's based on whatever you want to give. So that's first and foremost. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to. So that's the first thing. So you don't have to do it if you don't want to. In order to level up, what I tell people is to look at your blue box. If you click your blue box, your level 4 box, it actually tells you if you want to go to the next level, here's how many points you need to go to the next level. That's essentially what it's saying. And when you gift, you get a point for every gift that you give. I shared up here, you get a like, you get a point for likes, you get a point for comments, you get a point for gifts as well. And the points for comments and likes are you get 3 points for every 10 minutes. And so it's just one of those things where you want to engage. Just depends on how you're here, how quickly you want to level up. I don't tell people to move swiftly. It's your journey. This is your process. I just tell you how to understand the rules, essentially. But it's totally up to you in terms of how you want to do it. And that's the blue boxes represent everybody's live you go to. It's not just about Dr. Lisa. The heart with the orange is for Dr. Lisa. That's my live when you do the daily heart me. And when you go to somebody else's live, those are points counted towards their live. You said, tell the people, tell the people. I know I need to. Let me tell the people. I want to support you. Just trying to understand. I want to know if I have to start over daily. No, the blue box follows you. So you're not starting over daily. Now your blue box does go gray or go away, maybe I should say that. But when you look at your mini profile, when you click your photo and you look at your mini profile, the number 4 will be grayed out if you have been gone for over a week. And TikTok's like, oh, you ain't been on the app in a while. We're gonna put you on hiatus. In order to reactivate it, you gotta send a rose or send some type of gift. That's how you reactivate it. He said, good evening. How you doing, friend? Okay, so let me say this. Popular Live, my friend, good evening. My friend Empower just sent some what do you call that thing? She just sent some gifts that said popular vote. I think that's what it said, popular vote. That's it, the popular vote. Thank you so much, friend. That is part of an exclusive gift. So if you go into the gift box, I think there's an arrow at the top line, the very top part of that box. If you click it, you can get to different types of gifts. There's an exclusive gift where that popular arrow is. It is part of the daily ranking. Oh, the TikTok universe. TikTok universe is when somebody in these TikTok universe in the streets got the biggest gift. I think it's worth $500, but that's the biggest gift you can send somebody. So somebody got it. This daily ranking, that particular gift, popular vote, is part of a campaign to rank people. Okay. So as you are collecting points or as a live host, the notion is that you want people to send you the popular vote so that you can get that particular, you can rank higher. So that's what it's saying. It's essentially helping you rank higher in the rankings. So that's what people are doing. They send out the popular vote. And then there is, like I said, there's other gifts and stuff that you could send in the gift box and the exclusive gifts that you want to send. So there's some exclusive gifts. People say if you want to operate and send gifts, there is a notion that you want to send the exclusive gifts. Okay, thank you so much. Especially as people are looking to rank higher. Okay. So I don't talk about that enough because I say, and I said it earlier, I just want y'all to go live. So when I talk about just not being nervous and shy and scared and all the things, I just want y'all to go live. So I don't talk about all the nuances and how this is fun. It's fun and games. There's some strategy and some other things that are going on and at play. But I want you all to feel comfortable and at ease. So I answer questions so that you feel confident in what you're doing. Where do you find the popular vote gifts? Sorry, I missed it. Amy, when you hit the gift box, it should be at the very top of that gift box. And somebody else help me because as a live host, I don't see the gift box, so I don't have it here. You guys see it as guests, but I don't see it as viewers. But I don't see it as a live host. But if I'm not mistaken, you got to press it. It's a top arrow line at the top. It might point to the left, and you can click that, and that's where some exclusive gifts are. And popular is sitting under that. Did you cover chatting with each other in the box? Chatting with each other in the box. You talking about as a multi-guest? Is that what you mean? Thrive, let me know if that's what you meant, friend. Let me know if that's what you meant. Chatting with each other in the box. Yeah, as a live guest. Um, I I think I talked about it briefly today, but I didn't go extensively. It's under exclusive tab. There we go. Nico said it's under exclusive tab. Are you from Alabama? No, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and then I live in Orlando, Florida. That's where I'm at now. Thank you so much. You said connecting with each other in the chat. Connecting with each other in the chat. You talking about the proper way to do it? Thrive. Let me. Exclusive is at the bottom of the gift options. Is at the bottom of the gift option. Okay, somebody said it's at the bottom now. Open the first gallery and click exclusive at the bottom. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's at the bottom. For me, it's the bottom of the screen. Gotcha. Everybody's saying it's at the bottom, so my bad. So it's at the bottom. So I sent y'all off in a different direction. Coach D, you said I'm from Chicago, Chi-Town. Look at you, friend. Hey, how you doing, cousin? How you doing, fam? Yes. So you're saying chatting so that people know. So you're talking about Thrive. I just want to make sure you're not talking. You're referring to that you're not looking like a bot. Is that what you're talking about? Thrive, you also asked me about banned accounts, didn't you? Didn't you also ask me about banned accounts earlier? I think I was supposed to be answering that question for you too. I see it now. It's bottom left in the gift box. Yes. Yes. Okay. The popular gift actually helped. I didn't know that. No, not banned accounts. Oh, that wasn't you then? Okay. Good night. I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate your friend. Thank you for being here. Found it. Thanks. You're welcome. All right. So yeah. So the popular vote allows the gifts to come up as well. Oh, thank you for the daily harmony. Just connected with each other helps keep your chat box rolling. That's what I was told. Yes. Yes, it does. So that's what you're saying. Thank you so much. Yes, it does. It does. So when people are chatting, so for example, Thrive, do me a favor. Go ahead and connect with somebody. And I will pin you so we can get people to connections. I'm happy to do that. Go ahead and connect with somebody you know. My friend here, Bye, let me know if you have a question, Bye. You don't have a bio, so let me know if you have a question, friend. Um, Share this message, yes. And so, let's see. Regina, is that what you meant? Hold on one second. Um, let's get our little troll out the room, y'all, so that way we don't have to be distracted by the person playing. Yay. Okay. Regina, you sent a message. Hold on one second. I must have missed it because I was trying to get the troll out. Thrive, you did that. Kato. Okay. So here. Thank you. Okay. So really quickly, what Thrive was saying, and Thrive, forgive me because you see I took a long way to get there. What she was suggesting is that when you connect with people, and this is for my people who are in a room that's still trying to grow. And so somebody asked me a little while ago about, okay, should you try to balance with how many people you follow and stuff? This is a strategy that speaks to maybe not so much. You got to be careful about how you connect with people. So what I tell people, because I'm a learn room, not a grow room. Those are the rooms where they have the music and people chat. It's just chatting and people are connecting. But it is a way to connect with people intentionally where you look at their bio. You want to make sure you have words in your bio, especially as you're connecting with people and learning who they are. How you doing, Alicia? I see your friend. You want to have words in your bio. You also want to make sure that you are intentionally thinking about making sure that they don't have a user with all the little numbers and all the other stuff. But the way Thrive had it, now I need to go back and put another one. The way Thrive had it is that you say hello. You want to say hello. You don't want to say scooping, following, and all that other stuff. You want to connect with people intentionally. That's part of what you're doing. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Popular Live. Thank you so much, Alicia. I see you, friend. I see you. Thank you so much. And so you want to make sure you're intentionally connecting with people and helping them grow, um, or helping yourself grow too. But bio, you need to have words in your bio. That's how you optimize your profile. That's also how TikTok knows who you are and how to push out content to people who may be interested in that type of content. Also, when it comes to coming in lives, people know who you are. And so that's critical. So what I teach is that if you don't have a bio, you might pause before you connect with that person because again, maybe they're not optimizing their profile as much as they should, or maybe they don't know what to do, and maybe they may not engage with you later. Okay. So you want to be intentional about that as well. It says some hosts will block you for saying scoop you or got you. Yeah, yeah. It's a no-no because it's supposedly it hurts the algorithm because TikTok says, well, this is a grow room, or it has an impact to your it suppresses your views. I think that's what they feel like, that your views are being suppressed because of that. So you want to make sure that people are doing authentic engagement. And so the same way where people can grow by connecting in a room, you also going to impact the room by having bot behavior. Okay, that's what that's considered. Hey, Dr. Lucidine, this is Vivian from Vivian's. Hi, how are you, friend? Look at you. You changed your name. Anything you can do? Did you change your name or you got two accounts? I think you must have two accounts. Is that that's what's going on? Yeah, this is a new account. Okay, look at you. You said I am diversifying my accounts. I appreciate that. Come in, let's second account. Yes, definitely grow. And I appreciate your friend. And Jill of Trades, Master of None. There you go. You got words in that bio. I love it. All right, friends. Let me say, so what else was I supposed to be talking about? Agency. I'm going to talk about agencies real quick. Anybody still interested in agencies? Who's still here? Do you know if you can co-host lives? You get co-host feature after you've done your first 3 lives. They have to be in separate days. You said I am. Okay, Maria, I got you. They have to be over separate days, so you can get co-host features. I typically don't do co-host too often. I've been in other people's room and they've had me co-host with them or come up in the box. But again, because I'm so specific about my live, I want to see the chat. I want to be able to connect with you all. I want to answer questions. I don't have a moderator for here. For my YouTube, I do use a moderator. She's not here right now. Yes, Michelle Crochets is her name. So definitely want to connect with her if you're interested in YouTube. I always give that quick commercial because I appreciate her being a moderator. But for TikTok, I don't do it. Like I said, I started off with the perspective that I wanted to be the live host that people, I wish they would have been for me. I did come across some good live hosts, don't get me wrong, but I did come across some that I was kind of questioning. Like they forgot what it means to be new. Like they really did not come over as somebody that wanted to really support. They were in it for them. And I get people's strategies. Some people do things in different ways, and I just wanted to make sure I supported people. Okay. He said, I am agency chat. Gotcha. I grab everything back. You grab everyone back. Okay, awesome. Appreciate it. What makes sense? I have a larger creator. I have a larger creator who wants to create some content together. Um, that are you asking? Does that make sense? Yes. If I were you, I would definitely connect with that person. How you doing, Rick? Yes, I haven't seen you in a while. Rakaya, is that it, Rakaya? Thank you so much, friend, for being here. I see the bracelet. Um, Team Diva. Clapping. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, that's a good strategy. If you're going to work with a larger creator, yeah, you guys work together and maybe get more views on your content too. Yeah, that's not a bad strategy. Co-hosting with them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for your support. That's very helpful. You're welcome. I love that you feel that way about your audience. I have to. Yeah. I have to. I mean, that's how you build support. That's how you build a community. You got to appreciate people. You got to support them. Um, People are new. We're all new. I'm not. I'm not a mega influencer, so I don't even know what it means to be at that level. So I would love for somebody who was doing it and doing it well, be able to support me and mentor me. and then give me tips and strategies. I would love that. So, I want to make sure I'm doing that too and putting that out in the universe. And so if you could do that for your room, and that's the whole notion too of making sure you are being intentional about your target audience. Because if you're intentional about your target audience, then you're able to offer solutions and talk to them and connect with them. And I think that's where you're going to grow because of that. Coach T said, thank you for sharing your knowledge. Someone will know, like, and trust. Yes, we know, like, and trust. That's it. That's what I tell you. You are building your know, like, and trust. That's your brand. And again, people will support you because of it. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, friends. Does bringing up a co-host hurt your life? Does bringing up a co-host hurt your life? I haven't heard that per se. No, I don't think so. I think it possibly puts more views on your eyes, more eyes on your live. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, because the whole notion surrounding battling, you get two different people in a room together. So I don't think it's a bad thing. So if you guys did that, that's good. I shouldn't say normally, I've never accepted those co-host invites that pop up on your screen. I deny them all the time. And again, I don't know who they are and what they're about. And again, I'm trying to stay in my flow. Like I said, I'm a learn room. So, and 9 times out of 10, they want to battle. And I'm like, I'm not trying to battle. So I don't accept them because of that. But I don't discourage people from not doing it. What I will tell you, though, is that you want to control your live. So if you have too many people in your room and how they're taken over, you may not be able to control your live. So I would just say, if you're a live host that wants to have multiple guests, if you want to do a co-host type experience, just recognize that you still have to make sure you manage your live and manage how your supporters, your viewers are feeling supported. So that's important to me. So I don't know if it hurts it. I think if anything, amazing information. You're welcome. I think if anything, it could help in terms of putting more eyes on your live, but it's just a matter of how you manage things. What's battling, Chef? What is the importance for tapping the screen? Oh, it brings more support to the room, because TikTok sees that number's increasing. It's almost at 60K. TikTok sees this and more people will come in the room. Thank you for the Popular Live. Popular Live is a new thing. It's an exclusive gift, so it brings more people into the room for that too. Thank you so much. I see the Daily Heart Me. Battling is a competition. It's a competition where TikTok has it on here. A couple different formats. The traditional way is where you're competing with another live host, and imagine a split screen. So they are in their room and you are in your room, and you guys are competing for this 5-minute competition where you are trying to get the most points. Points come from your community tapping the screen. So I told you get points for that. Sharing out the live, commenting, and then in turn gifting. Gifting is what really is the bulk of it, because there's some strategies surrounding what type of gifts to send, when to send them, how you send them. So there's a whole sport about it. It's a competition. And so tapping gets more people in the room, sharing a live. Can you explain what you offer in your subscription? Oh, okay. I have a total of 3 subscriptions. You guys are asking great questions. I have a total of 3 subscriptions. The first one is called my standard. Then I have a premium, and then I have a deluxe. And so standard is where I do a sub-only live. You get access to that as a subscriber. My next sub-only live is going to be this Wednesday at 6:30, where only my subscribers can attend the live. I usually bring monetization conversation to that topic. So I do that, as well as I do sub-only content. There's sub-only stickers. There is also sub-only badges and all this other stuff. So that's the standard. Good night. How you doing? Oh, thank you so much, Maria. I see you, friend. Travel, those are intense. Yes. Yes, the battling is intense. I said I was going to do one for the month is out, so I'm still trying to figure out when I'm going to do it. And then I also offer the ability for premium for me to do a profile review. So I talk about branding quite a bit. That's part of my topic too, because I say all the time, if you're branding yourself, then you want to know who you're talking to, who's your target audience. So you want to be intentional about your brand. And so with that, I brand, I'm going to do a profile review where I make sure your brand is resonating for your target audience. Okay. So that's important to make sure your bio, your name, your username, your photo, as well as your content pillars, because that's essentially all related. So I'll give you an update, send it to you in your DM. We'll connect where I'll do a profile review. And I'll send you, I typically ask that you send me a message first just to initiate it, because these pesty, um, those imposter accounts, I don't want you to get confused, but I probably will. I had 2 people get my package recently, the premium, and I'm probably gonna have to message them because they don't know that I'm dealing with the whole band account stuff. But with that, I just got rid of some people. How you doing, friend? I see the sub stickers coming out. Love, Dr. Lisa. I appreciate you, friend. Um, and so with that, I do that, and then my deluxe is profile review, all the standard stuff too, but the profile review, and I do a live audit. Okay. So I will come to your live. I will connect with your live. I'll come for 15 minutes, kind of get a sense of what's going on. And then I'll give you some feedback afterwards to make sure you, there's some things you can think about doing and to improve the engagement in your live, or just overall, way you are talking and resonating with your target audience. Because again, I tell people all the time, if you're talking to everybody, you just come on and just start talking, people are just they're just going to swipe. You got to say something that's going to connect with them. So you want to be intentional about the words. This is an algorithm. It hears what you're saying. So you want to be intentional about the words you say. Good evening, beautiful and fabulous and amazing. Enjoy your wonderful, amazing knowledge. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Regina. Thank you so much for all your help. You're welcome, friend. Uh, uh, Next question. Divergent Fit Coach, how you doing? How do you create your sub stickers, Canva? My sub stickers can be created in Canva. My son did them in Photoshop, so he created them over there. I don't was it Adobe? I think he said Photoshop. I have a Canva Pro account. I said, why don't you just do it in Canva? He did them in Photoshop though, so he was used to it in that way. So he did it. Dee, I love the YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. We'll listen to details. Thank you. I appreciate you being here, friend. On my YouTube channel. So go over there. Make sure you subscribe. Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Make sure you subscribe over there as well. But yeah, so Canva, you can do it. They have to be, there's some specs in TikTok that tells you what type of specs you got to have, but they mainly have to be like that square shape. That's the main thing. How do you get rid of copycat accounts and steal your content identity? Yes, Danny, you've had that problem. Let me know. Are you dealing with that problem, friend? So my last TikTok post, the one that's there now, I walked through the steps. You got to you got to go to TikTok Legal's website, and its actual website you go to, and you do a copyright infringement form report. So that's what you're putting. You put in the copyright infringement report. And so that's what I had to do. And there were several. I think it was a total of 5 of them that I had to get rid of. And so, yes. Thanks. You're welcome. Great live, Dr. Lisa. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I said, okay, great in mind now. I've been going live, so now I have all the live features now. Look at you, friend. So are you doing you're talking about your you're doing your subscription? Is that what you're saying? Congratulations, friend. That's it. No, just one strategies if I encounter it. Yeah, go to my post and save it. Repost it too. Repost and save. You say yes. Look at you. I love it. Yep. Okay, friends, we're gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on for probably I'll stay on to about 6:30. I'll do right at 6:30. I appreciate you all so much. You all are awesome. And let me know if you have any other questions. I want to make sure I am supporting, and we are growing intentionally, and the TikTok Awards rewards us for how long we stay on your live, my live. Does TikTok reward? Talk to you later. Thank you so much, friend. TikTok gives you points for your engagement. So you have a level 1 box. So as you're watching a live, as you're engaging, as you gift, if you do all those things, TikTok will support you from that perspective as well. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. So TikTok will give you, um, what am I trying to say? TikTok will give you points for watching, for tapping, for sharing. So tapping is part of that. Somebody asked recently, tapping is when you take your finger and you tap the screen. As you tap the screen, those hearts pop up. You'll see the little confetti. And then there's a heart that pops up here. It's iridescent. How you doing, friend? How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. What is this page about? Let me know what this page is about. I love her too. And dance and shop. It's your lifestyle page, your beauty page. What is this? I love this one. You said loves sex 511. Is that what it is? Let me know if that's what that means. Thank you for being here, friend. Okay, so couple things. My newbies, who's new still in the room? This is the doula and parenting tips. Oh, okay. 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 Oh, you might need to capitalize that E. Because the E, I lost it. You said yes. Everybody's like, oh. You said I'm changing it. Oh, Lord. I lost it too. Girl, that made my day. Okay. So yeah, we might need message me iridescent capital E. Yes. Because I just didn't see none of that. um, but with that being said, yeah, message me because yeah, I know you're gonna change it. Yeah, you might need to chat GPT a couple bio names based on your topic. That might be a branding conversation too, because I want you to use chat to put in what's the title for your nickname for your live. I mean, for your profile, your TikTok profile, and a bio. 80 characters is what you can have for your bio, and you can use that for making sure it aligns with the doula and parenting and all that together. But yes, that's where yes. But it's a brand new page too. I love it though. I love it. So you're growing. You're growing. You got live access too, don't you? Do you almost have live access? I'm looking at your. Let me know if you got live already. You probably do. So I would update it so you have all that in there. All right, good friends. Let's do this. A couple things we need. We could do, and um, let me know if there's any questions. Agencies. So my people who stayed with me. You said hello, Joy. How you doing, friend? My people who stay with me. Agencies. Really quickly. Agencies. Here's what you need to know. I'm with Gravitas Q. How you doing, Joy? I'm with Gravitas Q. It is a live host agency. I tell people if you want to join an agency, I tell you to do your research first. So go to live rooms, trying to find out who is with what agency, and make a determination on if you want to be with their agency, or if you want to do another agency, find out what are some of the features and benefits they offer. I would say go to the home screen at the top search bar, put that agency's name there, and see what comes up, see what comes back from it. And then you're going to be a little bit more discerning about what exactly you want to get from that agency. How you doing, Sakiti? I see your friend. And so I would say that would be my recommendation, first of all, before you decide to jump in. So I tell people when it comes to agencies, you want to make sure you're intentional about not picking an agency um, too soon. I know they want you at the very beginning of your live host journey, but I would say give it 2 weeks. Search a little bit, go live regularly before you decide to do it. I hear a lot about protection. Protection from what? The notion is that your account can get taken, banned, violations. There's always that nervousness about it. And honestly, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. It's possible people get violations all the time. You're not supposed to drive on your live. You're not supposed to drink. You notice I never really drink here because I don't drink because I know you're not supposed to. So I don't drink. And so at the end of the day, it's one of those things where they use it as a way, almost, almost a little bit of a weapon, for lack of a better word, to say, or a scare tactic to say, okay, this could happen. So here's what we offer. At the end of the day, there's some things you don't know what you don't know. So I don't dispute that. You don't know what you don't know. And this process, you may step into a situation where you do need an agency to support you and get your account back. They can mitigate the situation with TikTok and get your account back up and running. So they have done that, especially for some rooms that are pretty active and engaging. So that's important. And then as you think about ways that you want to get support from them, I would say um, make sure you do the research. So do you want someone? How you doing, Eloise? How you doing? I appreciate you being here. And so as you think about your agency experience, you want to make sure you're getting an agency that will help you grow. Yeah. So Gravitas has great training. They have, oh my gosh. Oh, look at you getting your daily heartbeat. Awesome. Thank you so much. They have great training. They want to make sure that they're supporting you in your journey um, from a new live host perspective. They have these quick little 2-3 minute videos that you can do, understanding how to talk to your audience, how to have great eye contact, how to keep the conversation flowing. There's a lot of things that they offer. Understanding some of the details here on the screen. They don't go into great detail, but they have some tips and strategies. Gravitas, let's see. Let me see. I'll spell it for you, friend. I'm going to reply to your comment. It's a capital GRAVITASQ. I think that's spelled correctly. Let me find my comment and I'm going to pin it so you can see it. That's what it is. Gravitas Q. Gravitas Q. You're welcome, friend. So that is the agency I belong to. If you guys want, you got invited to do lives on TikTok. Did you really? Look at you. Congratulations, friend. Look at you. Awesome. You say yes. You going to do it now? Let me know if you're going to do it. I've been watching videos on how to learn about features. Yep. You're looking at other creators that do it, or you're talking about Gravitas. Let me know what you're talking about. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Prayer changes everything. Yes, it does. Awesome. Yes. So, though the live hosts. So when you think about a live host, you want to make sure that you're being intentional about talking to your audience and stuff. So they give you training. I need to learn how to do lives. Okay. You're in the right room. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, not too much longer, but let me know what questions you have. So as a newbie, you have to do 3 lives over the course of 3 separate days. Okay. And so for a total of 30 minutes, just to get all the features, the clapping, the sound effects I do, my hand heart, I think effects are in there. So that may not be it, but the sticker, there's some other things that you can't do until you've done 3 lives. Pin in a comment like I just did earlier, a few seconds ago. That's something you get later. You said TikTok has the Live Academy that teaches you about the live pictures. It does. Thank you for saying that. Absolutely. That's what I was looking at first on. It does it teaches about the features. And so I tell people you definitely want to go back and watch that. If you have not looked at those live, the Live Academy. So when you go live, there's a box that says Live Academy. A lot of people don't go in there and watch that. I remember, well, I need to bring that back because that was something I talked about pretty early on. And I was saying, I look at the Academy. I was looking at the academy quite a bit and I was picking up on things. And then I got the agency and they reinforced it. And then before that, I had UBC. UBC is the ultimate branding course. They have a 2 hour and 18-minute module just on TikTok Live. So that's where I really learned stuff from. You say you're definitely in the right place. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Between you and TikTok, I think I'm doing okay. There we go. You said between me and TikTok. I said, oh, I'm part of your training. I would need to watch that. Yes, the Live Academy. So if you go into, now that you have live access, go there. There are these videos, and it's a little deceiving because there's like multiple levels in each video. So you want to make sure you go down and click to the ones underneath there. There's some other videos. It gives you different quick little posts, maybe 2 minutes each too. So really good information. You said, how do you put up the sticker when you're hosting? Right here, this sticker. You want to put in, thank you so much, anything. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. You said, I'm going to help Dr. Lisa. Thank you so much, friend. So the sticker is in Enhance. There is a magic wand, and you click there, that magic wand, look wand-like feature, and it says Enhance. If you click there, you see stickers, and you can erase the sticker and put a word in there, and TikTok more than likely will accept it. Sometimes they got to go back and approve it first, but you should be able to get it accepted. Move it around. As you can tell, it can be in the way sometimes, but move it around. And so that's something you can do. Thank you so much for the roses. I need to watch that. Yes, that'll help you. Yep. And so thank you so much. You're welcome. I got there, learned a little bit, and then came to you for questions. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Like I said, I like to answer y'all questions. That's how my live flows. I'm answering questions. I'm supporting you all. I'm trying to make sure that you get as much information as possible. And then, how you doing, Albert? I appreciate the rose. I appreciate that. And want to make sure you guys are growing. So that's what I do. I appreciate it truly. You're welcome. You're welcome. How's your life going? Let me know how's everything going. How many have you done so far? Because you're still growing, aren't you? Or have you been going for a minute? Oh, look at the roses. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was answering another question. What was I answering, guys? Because I didn't get distracted from my own thoughts because I'm thinking about the live training agencies. That's what it was, agencies. So really quickly, if you decide to go with an agency, you want to make sure that you make a decision and you have a 15-day out clause. Okay. So you have about 2 weeks. Thank you so much. I see you with the buffs. Thank you so much. So you have about a 15-day out clause. So I tell people if you take 2 weeks to do your research, go around, they're going to come to your live. They're going to ask you if you want to be a live host. That's what they're going to do. Look at that. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. They're going to ask those questions. And so then it becomes, okay, do I want to become a live host? Do I want to do this or not? And then as you do that, as you become, if you do decide to go with one of them, look at that, you're level 5. Congratulations, friend. If you do decide to go with one, just recognize that that agency has a 15-day out clause. I would tell you, if you see for whatever reason you don't want to stay with them, get out. So that means that you've been in it for 30 days. So now if there was a backup agency you want to go to, you can do it. You can switch to the other agency because you canceled with this agency. If you don't cancel within that 15-day period, you then have to do a 30-day notice. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to wait 90 days before you can go to the next agency. So it just prohibits you from jumping around from agency to agency. But you want to do that and be intentional about who you decide to go with. And if that's the right agency for you. So do your research first. 5 lives over the last 4 days. Started getting a few comments. I need to learn how to engage more. Awesome. Awesome. How can you find the agencies? You know what? They find you, for lack of a better word. But ask around. Like I said, I'm with Gravitas Q. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me. I'm with Gravitas Q. Does it cost anything to join us? No, it does not. They should not charge you. TikTok is paying them. Okay. So don't go with an agency that requires you to charge them. Blessings to everyone. How you doing? How you doing, Iridescent? You said I'm gonna come in here and get some my other account situated. I appreciate you, friend. So no, you shouldn't have to pay an agency. They should they're looking to get monetized by TikTok. Thank you so much, Angie. How you doing? Blessed Sunday, y'all. I appreciate you, friend. Oh, Latoya, thank you so much for the hand heart. He's like, oh. How do you know if you're choosing a good agency? You know what I will say? You'll sense if they're going to be right for you pretty early on. Okay. So Gravitas, I will say this. I probably would have stayed with I'm with Gravitas. I probably would. I think I've outgrown them. Thank you, Albert. I think I've outgrown them. So I will say, you said coins on both accounts now. Look at you. So I think the training was good. It was great early on, but now I need more. I would love to see them do a little bit more when it comes beyond to, I talked about a few minutes ago, the battling. That's those competitions they do where those live host room competitions. I'm not that room. Although I said I was going to try to battle before the month is out. We'll see if I end up doing it. I really enjoy listening. I learned a lot. You have helped me so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. That's what I'm here for. And so you can, so just do your research. There's going to be some agencies that people will talk about as you go to other live rooms. If you get whim of an agency, another agency, put them in the search bar. The agencies, the program they're under is called the Creator Network Program. And so Creator Network Program is what they fall under. And you might be able to search there and see if there's some agencies that pop up. There's tons of them. I mean, everybody's doing agencies now, I feel like. Do you have to do a live before agency finds you? Typically, it goes hand in hand. Because, I mean, when you really think about it, they want to make sure that you actually going to go live. So typically you see the start going live first. And then the agency pops up and says, okay, wait a minute, I see you're going live. Have you thought about an agency? And so that's where typically that recruitment happens. So they'll pop into your live and they'll see you and then they'll send you a DM. They'll send you a message and they'll do kind of their recruiting solicitation. And so that's what typically happens. But with that, I would say, do your research. And then you say, can you switch from agency if you want? Here's the deal. That's why I said do your research first, because if you do decide to sign up with a right agency, you have 15 days to get out. And if you're like, this is not the agency for me, you want to use that 15 days, because if you wait, you got to wait 30 days to cancel, or you have a 30-day period that you can cancel. So you can put in your 30-day notice. That's what it is essentially. And then you have to wait 90 days once you're out to go to another agency. So it just prevents you from doing it quickly. So essentially you're wasting the time you've been with the agency, then you have to wait another 30 days, and then you got to wait this other 3-month period to do it. So, so you're not going to be switching around a whole lot, but that'll get you as much as you, that'll get you an opportunity to get out. So that's why I said 15-day out, get out. If you know, if your red flags are going off and you're like, this agency is not what I thought it was going to be. If you're seeing the bells and all the whistles going off, get out while you can. Get out while you can. You said that makes sense. Yeah. I would say you just go ahead and leave and don't look back, and know that you have choices. Know that you have choices. You tried it out. You saw what they have to offer. You see what they're doing. It's kind of confusing. Get out while you can. Now, the only thing I will say though, and I'm typically a proponent of give it some time, but what I tell you is do your research in those first 2 weeks. Ask around. Maybe even come up with a top 3 list. Okay, so you've looked at 3 different agencies and you're saying, okay, I looked at them as much as I could. I'm going to pick this agency. And then you got 15 days to decide. So then that would have given you a whole month that you've been with an agency and you've done some research. So within that month, and you're going live. So in that month, you should know. That's the way I see it. That's a good way of looking at it. Bloom, how you doing, friend? I see you, friend. Thank you so much for coming in. So that would be my recommendation. I have gotten agency offers. So Josie, do you remember their names? Let us maybe put a few names in here if you can, friend, if you remember any. I'm probably going live around 7 p.m., 7:30 tonight. Look at you. You don't have a live time then? Is that, I'm assuming that's Eastern. You don't have a live time? Or is that Central? Let me know if that's Central or Eastern. You don't have a consistent live time. Maybe I should ask. That's what I'm saying. A consistent live time. You said maybe between the two times. So you haven't set in on a time yet? Um, uh, yeah, you say Arizona. What time is 7 p.m. for you? How long? Yeah, that's what I was asking too. What time zone is that in? Hello, friends. How you doing, Bloom? I appreciate you being here, friend. Thank you so much for sharing and liking the live. Um, Let me know any other questions about agency. Should we put your next live on your profile so people can register? Yeah, you could do that. That's a great idea. Yep. Yep. You can make it a registration live. You can make it no registration. When I was first starting off, I did that quite a bit just to see how many people were coming. And there was people who actually signed up for it, which I was amazed by. But I was like, oh wow. So there's people who came through and submitted, clicked the registration option. Here's the problem though. It's funny. I thought it was the 24-hour clock. So it was, the military time here. And I thought I was like, I made a couple of times where I put lives that were in the middle of the night, like 4 p.m. It wasn't 4 p.m. It was 4 a.m. essentially, because I was picking the 4 o'clock, thinking it was a.m. I mean p.m. and not a.m. So I did that a few times, and people still signed up. It's like, you come in 4 o'clock in the morning, you really gonna do that? It's 6:30 right now. Thank you so much. Eastern right now. Yes, yes, it is. That is the Eastern time. So you're Eastern registration. Yeah. Yeah, you could if you do a live event, people can actually you can make it so that people can register to attend it. Yep. Yep, you can make it a registration. Um, all right, friends, let me know. Do you have any other questions? I want to answer some last minute questions. I want to make sure I am supporting and answering. Dr. Lisa, how you doing? Doc, how's everything going? Real Sims, how's everything going? And in about 30 minutes, an hour. Okay. So yeah, your Eastern time zone. Okay. That's good. And so you don't have a regular schedule then. Is that what it is? And I tell people I want you to, if you're going to be a live host, I want you to get to the point where you have a regular schedule so that your community knows when to expect you, how to support you. So I think that's important so people can get a sense of what you have going on. I left to talk to my hubby and you're still here. I'm about to leave to talk to my hubby too. I'm great. I appreciate your friend. Yes, I will do it when I get more comfortable. Yes, maybe in a few weeks. Okay. Yeah. So here was my if I could give a suggestion, and I know you start off trying to get acclimated and you want to figure out what's going on and how to do this. I had committed to go on live daily with the notion that I was going to show up at the same time. Now, what I had done is that I went to another live host and they made that recommendation. And so I was like, okay, well, let me show up at the same time. And I picked a time that worked for me. I didn't look at the analytics. I didn't pay attention to when my followers were on live because the reality is your followers are going to grow and evolve. Your followers are not going to be the same, the only people who are going to be following you a month or 2 months out. So that's going to change and it's going to shift how TikTok will recommend what time you should go live. So I would say don't go by that notion of what's the best time. I say pick a time that's good for you. And if you pick a time that's good for you, that means that you have a better chance of sticking to it and committing to it. And so that's what I would tell you to do. Do you recommend having a schedule, or that's what I was just saying, or would you plan to talk about your live? I hope to do my first. Um, or what you plan to talk about on your live. Yeah, I say you should have an outline for your live. I think that's best practice. And he said, oh, yeah, I think the best practice to come up with it, first of all, come up with a time you're going to go live consistently. That's the first thing I would say. And then I would say you have an outline and have some talking points that you want to cover. And then in those talking points, then you continue. You'll get questions, you'll get engagement. So just be intentional about how you address it. And ultimately, if you are getting certain questions, then you know to add those questions in the future to your future lives. And then if there's some topics that you need to go research and stuff, just say, hey, I don't have the answer right now, but I'll take that note down and I'm going to look into that one. You said, I kind of have a script. Okay. Yeah. I think scripting, not that you're reading a script. I don't think you should read a script, but I think scripting and outlining is a good practice, especially if you're going to script your intro where you know how you want to start and who you're talking to. Because again, as an algorithm, TikTok hears the words you're saying. It knows that you are saying things that are resonating with your audience. And so as people are coming in your live, it's going to push your live out to people who are looking for that type of content. Okay. So you want to be intentional about what you're saying and who you're talking to. So when I talked earlier about branding yourself and making sure you know who your target audience is. Because again, if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Not TikTok. The audience is not going to be able to really connect with you because they feel like, okay, well, this is not for me. Let me go. Okay. So all that matters. Maria, you came back too. You all are coming back. I see you all. I appreciate the flow back to the room. I'm going to call it an evening in a second or two, but let me know if there's any last minute questions. I want to make sure I'm supporting people. TikTok says I've been on here for 2 hours and 36 minutes. So we'll probably take it right to 2:45 or so. We'll say 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, thank you so much, Nika. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. How do you feel about you said black niche? What does that mean? What you mean by that? Love. Have a good night, Lisa. Where are your days and times you go live? What are the days and times I go live? I go live daily. I'm on here daily. Maria, thank you so much for the rose. I'm on here daily. So go live at ease, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's what this live is. It's my 4 p.m. live. And then I do my 10 o'clock. My 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. And I say it's my level up conversation. It's now, I want you to be intentional about monetizing. I want you to be intentional about your target audience. I want you to be intentional about making sure that you are supporting the people who are coming into your, so me in terms of support, you supporting the people who are coming to your live. So you are offering a solution. So I want you to be intentional about that. Good or no? Let me see. Let's see. Black Moms is part of my bio. Okay. I need a nap before I go live tonight. Yeah, 7 days a week. Yes. Is it good to have TikTok members or by myself? Dr. Ray, let me come back to your question. Iridescent or love, let me answer your question. Hey, Tammy, how you doing, friend? Great information. How you doing? I'm on YouTube. Thank you for being here. You said, I'm going to come to her YouTube. What do I feel about the niche for, you're talking about being a doula, and you are saying you want to support moms, specifically African-American Black moms, as you, Black moms in general, I should say Black moms, as you are talking about your doula services. Yes, I'm going to say yes. We probably need to talk offline about that though, because here's the reality of it. As a doula, I mean, your practice would be support any mom, I'm assuming, anyone who wants your doula services. So I think that's probably where I would start. And if you want to have content pillars that speak to maybe some of the disparities, disparities, I'm not saying that correctly, between Black moms and other demographics, I would say yes, that may be a content pillar, just to answer your questions in broad terms. But we probably need to talk about that because from a TikTok perspective, you might be niching down too far. And then maybe your content, you can kind of pull that into it. Just depends on who you serve, though. Maybe you don't serve, but one type of one mom, one type of culture. So, is it good to have TikTok members or by myself? What do you mean by that, Dr. Real Sims? Let me know what you meant by that. Um, and then, so now I got to schedule my live around teachers live time because as a student girl needs to help. um, no, I don't think so. How you doing, a bit? Appreciate you being here. Oops, I tried to get on earlier, so I am not until 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Eastern. What does that mean in terms of what time you set? Um, you said, so now I gotta schedule my live around teachers' live time because as a student girl needs that. No, not really. What do you mean? You can do TikTok streets don't close. Let me say that. So you can do your live anytime. Do you think giving motivation and credit tips are oversaturated? Nope. Nope. I think you're just seeing that because the algorithm is showing you that. I know what you're saying. I get that. Yep. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You said I serve for doula for all families. Yep. Oops. I try to get on early, so I am not until. Okay, gotcha. Um, no, the algorithm. If you're saying that, you feel that way because the algorithm is just showing you just those topics because you're searching for those topics. That's what's showing up in your feed. So you're seeing people who are going live based on that topic. You said it's 6:47. Go talk to your hubby, girl. He ain't missing me. No, I'm joking. He probably is like, where you at? but but yeah, so the algorithm is just showing you that. So I would say it's not saturated. That's probably the way it feels. But don't feel like, okay, there's not space for you. It's a billion people on this app. People are not going to connect with everybody. So get your topic, research what they're doing, bring something unique to the table, maybe do it in your own way. And there's going to be people who are going to appreciate what you're saying. Maybe they're talking about one aspect of that, and you can kind of go a little deeper or nuance it a little bit. I've learned so much this week. I will be back to your live. Thank you so much, Victory. I appreciate that. Some people have a team on their lives, so it's good to have a team or do live by yourself. I don't have a team. I'm by myself. I'm my own moderator. Some people do that. That is a strategy, but I am my own moderator. I am my own moderator. I like seeing the comments. I like answering questions. But some people do that. It depends on how your room is operating. So my room is not, it's not something I can't manage. There's been times when there's been well over in the hundreds and 200. I think the most I had was nearly 400. And that was a lot. But at the end of the day, I was able to manage it. It was a good time for me to message you. You're over in our Instagram group chat, aren't you? Message me over there so I could we could voice message. So yeah, that's fine. If you do it tonight, that's fine. I'll get it. Thank you so much, friend. Go live. Do it scared. Yes. How do you get that yellow banner at the top? It's a sticker. It's a sticker. And so if you go into enhance, that wand type magic wand looking stick, if you hit that, it'll take you to it'll let you put in stickers. So you just erase what's there and then you write it in. Okay, cool. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. How do you get that? Okay, so let me do this. I am about to leave because I am late. Okay, you said, what about people want to come up and ask a question? They hit the multi-guest button. So yeah. And then you just you invite them up and there'll be a box. Yeah. Yeah. So I typically don't do it too much. That's just me in my room. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. That's just the way my room operates. Because what happens is that I can't see the chat because the person who's talking, my attention is to the person who's talking. And so I'm listening to your question. We're engaging. So I'm talking to now one person, and it just feels different for me. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate your friend. It just feels different for me. So I'm not able to fully engage. So I don't do it. I try to avoid doing it too much. Whereas certain other people, they have multi guests up all the time. I just don't do it as much. But it's again because it just doesn't allow me the same engagement in my room. Okay. Let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I'm about to head off, but I appreciate everybody who's been here. I appreciate all the support. If you have any questions, I'll be back tomorrow at 10. So let me know if there's any questions, and I want to make sure I answer any last minute questions for you all. All right, friends. Okay. Well, you guys have a nice evening. I just need 1 minute. What's that, Victor? What's the 1 minute? When is your next live? I go live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Victory, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I go live at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then I go live again at, oh, you sending me roses. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 10 a.m. Eastern, and then again at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's this one. If you click my bell, if you hit my profile up here and go into my profile, click the bell, as well as it'll show when I post and when I go live. Yes, thank you. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate that. He said, I just need 1 minute. Josie, I see you guys. Thank you so much for the roses and the heart puffs. I see you all. Thank you so much. But yeah, so if you click that bell, you'll get notifications of when I post and I go live. And like I said, I'm around. Thank you. Look at you guys sending. He's like, let me send her some roses real quick before we head out. I appreciate it. I'm around daily, so those 2 times a day, and then you'll be able to connect with me. All right, good friends. Have a nice night. Thank you so much. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Oh, yes, pick up your points. Anybody claim your points? Claim your points. Thank you for putting that in there. Yes, claim your points. I'll count to 10, 10, 9, 8. Yes, get your points and claim them too. Claim your points real quick. And then my YouTube friends, make sure you guys follow me on YouTube. So you can go over here and send me a comment in YouTube, and I'll go to your channel and follow you back. And thank you so much, Iridescent. You reached level 10. Awesome. And yes, send me a comment in one of my shorts. Love this. I appreciate it. In one of my shorts. And then I will follow you back. Subscribe back to your channel. I'll comment and subscribe back as well. All right. Thank you so much for the roses. I see you all. Take care, my YouTube friends. See you. Good night. All right. Bye-bye. And then my